Welcome to the Dominski and Doyle Show on demand. Thanks to our sponsor, New Look Home Design. Home improvement made easy. Don't forget to follow this show so you'll never miss a minute. Thanks to our sponsor, The Men with Tools. Worry-proof window and door replacement. Real lifetime warranties. Visit themenwithtools.com. New Jersey 101.5.
Hey guys, time to get in on the action for the biggest moments in basketball with Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projections, place your entry, and win up to 100 times your money. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit of up to $100. Just download the Prize Picks app and use the code GET100. That's code GET100 on Prize Picks for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more. Pick less. It's that easy.
Arcs Casino and Sportsbook, New Jersey. Chime time is 2:09.
Easy sport. Got myself out of Beirut once. I think I can get out of New Jersey.
Yeah? Well, don't be so sure. Others have tried and failed. The entire population, in fact.
His arm was facing towards New Jersey, you see? And that's south. So naturally they call him South Paul.
How'd you know I was from Jersey? I'm going back to Jersey and starting up a business again.
Don't even tell me you met her down the shore.
And was planning a class field trip to a French bread factory in Trenton.
All I said was the Easter Bunny at the Menlo Park Mall was more convincing.
Now do you blow it out? Come Friday night. See if you wanna, you can find me on the hood under the moonlight. Radio. Do you believe there's still some magic left somewhere inside our souls?
Hey, Jersey, I'd be shocked if you survive another night.
Hello, I'd like 2 tickets to New Jersey, please.
Jersey's sold out, sir.
What? That's a lovely accent you have. New Jersey?
Live from New Jersey, it's Dominski and Doyle.
Hey, Doyle, get on that radio.
It is indeed Dominski and Doyle. Well, not really. It's half of Dominski and Doyle, just the other half that it's been recently. Hi, I'm Bill Doyle, and instead of Jeff Dominski...
May I introduce Kylie the K-Dog?
Kylie the K-Dog is in for Jeff. Jeff is under the weather. How dare he?
Is this where I reveal that I just keep poisoning the two of you to get airtime?
You've gotten a lot of airtime, haven't you? We're coming up on the holidays, too. You're going to need even more.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah. All right, K-Dog.
Welcome back, Bill.
Thank you very much. If you noticed my absence, I was out a week or so because I had to go to the hospital. And it's not all that interesting a story, but the infections that I had last month never went away. I had sepsis, and the sepsis was resistant to oral antibiotics. So they had to give me intravenous antibiotics, and they had to do that in the hospital. So I had to go back to the hospital and get the IV antibiotics to get rid of the sepsis so that the sepsis didn't go to my organs and do bad things. So that's where I was. And then now I get to do the IV at home.
Look at you.
Yeah, they put a hole in my chest. And I think it's called a tunnel catheter. And yeah, you hook the IV bag up to that, and it goes right into my bloodstream. So I get to do that at night.
Lucky you.
Yeah. Now you learn a lot, you know? And being in the hospital is always a lot of fun.
Anything stolen this time?
No, but I have never gone back to that hospital.
Good.
I remember that so very clearly. Recovering from cancer, and somebody stole my iPhone. I couldn't believe it.
Kick him while he's down.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm there almost sleeping, and trying to get healthy again, and somebody steals my iPhone. What a low life. So anything happened while I was gone?
Jeff and I screamed about Christmas songs.
Oh, we're going to talk about Christmas songs later. About the best ones?
Worst ones. Oh, we screamed about Die Hard a bit. I'd like to think I won that argument.
The Die Hard?
Yeah.
Okay, the producers and the star both say it's not a Christmas movie.
We don't have to get into it. I'm just saying I think, in my mind's eye, as I recall it, I won.
Yeah?
Don't listen back on demand to find out if that's true.
So anything else?
Some behind-the-scenes stuff that we probably shouldn't get into.
No kidding. Seismic shifts at the old radio ranch. But, yeah, we probably shouldn't get into that. But, yeah, it's a new day here at New Jersey 101.5, that's for sure. All right, well, one of the things that happened while I was off was our dog, Luna.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter takes her out to the backyard. It's at night, do her business before she goes to bed. And all I hear, I'm sitting in the kitchen, which is right off the back door, and I hear Veronica yell, "Luna, no!" Except she has a higher voice. And all of a sudden, I hear Luna bark. And it wasn't a friendly bark. It was a ow bark. Well, it turns out, I'll cut the suspense. Luna had come face to face with a skunk.
Ew.
And tried to chase the skunk
Do you know how face to face? How close were they?
They were within a couple feet.
Ugh.
And the skunk did what skunks do. It turned around and let Luna have it right in the face.
Ew.
Yeah, skunk all over the dog. So then the dog comes running in the house. I'm like, get her out of here. Get her out of here. I don't want the skunk smell all through my house. And the skunk ran away. And the dog is being chased around the house by my wife and my daughter, trying to get her into a bathtub. And they're Googling what to do if your dog gets sprayed by a skunk and what you're supposed to use. And there's all sorts of different remedies to try and get skunk smell off the dog. And they tried one of them, and it worked moderately well, I would say.
How pungent would you say Luna was?
Pungent. You could smell her 3 floors up.
Oh, my God.
Oh, she stunk. Oh, those skunks are nasty. You know how strong it smells when you smell one from a distance?
Uh-huh.
Imagine that close up.
No, thank you.
Like right close up. And not just like a run-over skunk, a skunk that had employed its defenses, that had used everything at its disposal to chase away that dog, and it worked. And that dog, man, she stunk like you wouldn't believe. So what I wanted to talk about was 2 things, actually. Number 1, what kind of animals has your dog done battle with? Whether it was a raccoon, chipmunks, a skunk, 1-800-283-101.5. And also, as a side note, what actually works to get rid of the skunk smell off a dog? I'll tell you what my wife and my daughter used. They had Googled something. It was hydrogen peroxide, dish soap, and baking soda. And you mix that all up, you get the dog in the bathtub, and you bathe it. So now my bathtub smells like skunk too.
Do you know how much of each?
I don't have the exact measurements now.
So do you pour that like into the water, or
Yes.
you just rub that raw on the dog?
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't be enough liquid, would it? I guess
No.
you'd have to introduce some water to it to make it foamy and get the dog clean. But that's one hellacious smell. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. And the dog jumps out of the bathtub, all right? They try and dry it off. They don't get it totally dried off. She runs into the family room, lickety-split, and there's this area rug. And she starts rolling around on the area rug trying to get herself dry, just making it smell like skunk too.
Ugh.
Oh, I had a visiting nurse come over. First thing I said to her is, I apologize, our house smells like skunk. And she said, oh, no, I don't smell it. Yeah, thanks for being polite. Plus, you have a mask on. But, that skunk smell is so totally unique. You smell that stuff and you know what you're smelling. But anyway, do you still have critters living under your shed?
Oh, it was my neighbor's shed, and I don't think so.
No?
Not that I know of. I haven't heard them recently.
When your sister's dog comes over, she stays for a while. Does she ever go after anything?
Another dog kind of went after her at Thanksgiving.
Really?
Yes.
Did they mix it up?
They did brief battle. I was trying to hold both of them. Well, I was trying to hold my sister's dog back. I was low-key kicking the other dog because it was small, and that was the...
Aggressor?
Yeah, the aggressor. I don't believe it ever actually swiped. My sister's dog was not bleeding or anything, but I think had I, the hero of the story,
Of course.
not been there, it would have gotten ugly.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I don't think my sister's dog goes after like raccoons or anything.
Oh, I remember when I lived in Jackson, there was this big raccoon. It was a huge raccoon, biggest raccoon I've ever seen. And it was kind of, quote unquote, terrorizing the neighborhood. Like it would show up on our deck at night and you'd flip the light on to scare it away and it would just sit there and like look at you. It wasn't going anywhere. Like, no, this is my deck.
It is the captain now.
Yeah, this is where the bird feeder is. It belongs to me. And then one day...
You got alpha by a raccoon.
I did. So did the whole neighborhood. Until my friend Joe, a neighbor a couple houses down, Joe has a German Shepherd. And one night there was quite a noise.
Oh.
Quite a number of growls and screams, and the raccoon was no more.
Oh, boy.
Joe told me about it later. He said he took that German Shepherd took the raccoon and was shaking it and shaking it and shaking it.
Jesus.
Well, dogs and raccoons are enemies.
I know.
Do you think that had a happy ending?
That doesn't mean I like violence.
No, it's just Joe's dog was the alpha of the neighborhood after that. He showed that raccoon who was boss.
Did you ever see the corpse?
No, I don't think I did.
I feel like you would remember.
Yeah, I probably would. I probably would have taken a picture for you.
Ew, no thank you.
All right, so give us a call at 1-800-283-101.5. 2 things. Number 1, what kind of animals has your dog done battle with in the backyard or on your porch? 1-800-283-101.5. And since this all stems from a skunk incident, what actually works permanently to get the smell of skunk off the dog. 1-800-283-101.5, 218 New Jersey Fast Traffic.
New Jersey 101.5 is hitting the streets. Join Steve Trevelise and Pet Center at the Shops of Old Bridge at 1 p.m. That's this Saturday and Sunday for Santa Paws. Bring the family and your pet for holiday pictures with Santa Claus. Look for the... Guys, not yet. I said it's Saturday and Sunday. Calm down. Calm down. He's not here. Look for the New Jersey 101.5 big yellow van and see you this weekend.
New Jersey 101.5, it's 2:22 with Dominski and Doyle. No Jeff Dominski today as it's his turn to be under the weather. And Kylie Moore, our producer, kind enough to fill in for him. While I was off, our dog got attacked by a skunk. Our dog tried to attack a skunk, and the skunk fought back. And as skunks usually do, the skunk won because the dog got sprayed, the dog stinks, and we're trying to find out what other animals your dog has done battle with and how you get the smell of skunk off your dog. Now, once again, I don't want to downplay the work that my wife and my daughter did. Because the hydrogen peroxide, dish soap, baking soda thing did do a good job. I mean, the bulk of the stink is gone, but there's still remnants.
You don't stink, do you? You're farther away from me than actually, probably a good distance. Am I going to smell you eventually? Like at 6 p.m., am I going to be upset?
I think that I wouldn't notice it. I think I'd be used to it. So I might smell like skunk and not know.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Stay over there.
Brian in Waretown, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, guys. How are you?
All right, Brian.
So my dog also did battle with a skunk.
Ugh.
It was at about 3 o'clock in the morning. I was half awake. She had to go, so I let her out. And I hear that high-pitched scream, and I knew right away what it was. The hydrogen peroxide mixture works, but as soon as she got wet in the rain or anything like that, I swear the smell came right back.
Oh, no, it lies dormant until it gets wet?
I guess it absorbs into their skin or something, so it lasted probably about another month after.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It's not as bad as the initial, but you know, if you take her out in the rain, you're not even thinking about it, and you bring her in, you dry her off, or you're scratching her, you realize, oh man. So just a heads up.
Thank God our dog hates the rain.
Wet.
Yeah, all right, Brian, thanks for that warning. Thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5. Yeah, our dog doesn't go out in the rain. She's a scaredy dog.
A scaredy dog?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
doesn't like the rain. Bob in Hamilton, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Yeah, hi, how are you?
All right, Bob.
Yeah, I live in the woods and I have labs, and I have that at least once every 2 years. One of my dogs will be curious with a skunk, and you know, you go to let them in and they go underneath your arm while you're holding the door, and you're just like, oh my God. And you try to get them out of the house real quick. The best thing I've found is tomato juice, lemon juice, things with high acidic levels.
Mm-hmm.
How much tomato juice did you need to use?
Usually it's like a half-gallon bottle, and you go through 4 or 5 of them, depending on the size of the dog, and you want to really soak them. But you want to try to keep it out of their eyes because it irritates their eyes really bad.
Mm-hmm.
But it works. It works pretty good. I mean, you want to drench them really good and rinse them down before you even allow them in the house to go into the bathtub. You know, that gets rid of the most of it. But, you know, it lingers. You know, when you're up close to it, you're facing a dog. You smell it for a couple weeks after, but it won't get on your furniture and stuff. The oil's gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good news.
Yeah. It gets into their skin or something because you smell it for, I really don't know how long. It's not like real long, but I don't remember it being really long, but it's probably a week later you still smell it.
But do you think you're just used to it?
No, it's not something you get used to. I mean, the smell of the skunk up close is different from the smell of the skunk, say, 50 feet away. It's so strong that it smells different, and it's bad.
It's overpowering is what it is.
Yes, it's like concentrated.
Yeah,
it hasn't mixed with oxygen yet, the air or something.
It's just pure skunk. All right, Bob, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5.
Yeah, because I'm reading on Google, I guess this is technically masterclass.com, that the scent can linger for up to 3 weeks. 3 weeks, Bill.
I'm surprised it's not longer. As strong as that smell is, I'm assuming if you don't do anything, it lasts for longer than that.
Well, that's why I feel like it's a matter of just you get used to it kind of after 3 weeks. Like maybe if a new person came into your home unmasked, they'd be like, oh, Jesus, No,
first they say, oh, you have cats. Then they'd say, oh, you have a skunk. Cindy in Hamilton, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi.
Hi, Cindy.
Same thing happened to my dog, Luna, who
No kidding.
let out in the backyard around dusk at night. I look out and I see black and white, and she killed it. So she killed the skunk, and then she ran up to the door. The odor outside was worse than the odor on her. And I don't know what happened. I don't know. Maybe she got it before a full spray.
Mm-hmm.
And you try getting a husky in a bathtub, they think water is going to kill them. So I just used a washcloth with warm hot water and Dawn, and I wiped her down. And it wasn't too bad. I could still smell it on her head a couple weeks later, but it absorbed. I deodorized, I vacuumed, I cleaned pillows and things that she could have laid on, and I had animal control come and get the dead skunk. And
well, what did Luna do with the dead skunk? Just drop it in the yard, or did she bring it to the door?
Oh no, she left it in my yard. And I called animal control the next morning. And it was creepy to see this big black and white skunk laying in the middle of my yard. And I had to let the dogs, I have 2 dogs, I had to let them out the next day. They were curious. They walked over a couple feet away and then just walked away from it. But animal control said it's a good thing that they came to get it because they said we have to test for rabies.
Ooh.
Ugh.
And it was positive for rabies. So, of course, I'm panicking. And my dog's has the rabies shot, all her shots. But I had to bring her in to get a booster rabies shot. And she was checked thoroughly over. And she was told she was a hero.
Oh, she killed the rabid skunk.
Yes, and it happens, I'm talking to the guy, he says there's a few raccoons or, they just get sick. But I'm glad that my doggy's okay.
Yeah, really. Could have come out worse than that. Excuse me, Cindy. Thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5. Well, how about you? Do you have a dog? And if you do, has it done battle with any neighborhood animals? Skunks are fine. But anything else? Ever tussle with a raccoon?
A possum.
Yeah, possums. Possums are so nice. Do possums really get in fights?
They should. They've got those beady eyes. You know I don't like possums. Stop being pro-possum. Do you work for Big Possum?
Possums are good. They eat ticks and stuff. And they don't carry rabies.
But God, at what cost?
There are friends in the animal kingdom. But anyway, any kind of animals that your dog does battle with, like a groundhog, like squirrels, whatever. I know dogs love chasing squirrels. And as a side note, what works to get the smell of skunk out of a dog's fur? 1-800-283-101.5. 2:36 with Dominski and Doyle, but no Dominski today. Jeff's under the weather. Kylie Moore, our producer, filling in for him. I'm Bill Doyle. And we're talking about dogs getting in fights with other animals because our dog, Luna, got in a fight with a skunk, but the skunk won because the skunk sprayed her. And so we're also taking tips on how to get the smell of skunk off a dog at 1-800-283-101.5.
Holly in PA, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, Holly.
Quick story.
Okay.
So my dog got skunked on October 30th. And we just put tomato soup on him. I didn't have any tomato juice. But he's been to the groomer 2 times already. He goes back next week for another washing. And anytime it gets wet, he stinks.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
He still stinks. I think he thinks his new name is You Stink because that's all I say. And then my other dog actually killed a groundhog a few months ago. And then the vultures came and got it.
Did you hear the battle?
Did I hear the battle? No.
No, you just saw the aftermath?
Yeah, well, I kind of saw it. I was screaming, but then, the dog won.
What kind of dog do you have?
Well, the one who got skunked is a rescue. He's like a lab. And then the other one's the one who did the groundhog is a pit bull.
Pit bull versus groundhog. Yeah, my money's on pit bull. All right, Holly, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5.
Carol in Pennsylvania, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi.
This is a stinky subject. My dog personally has never gotten skunked, but I just bought a product because I had just bought him, and I bought it just in case he urinated on the rug. There's a product called SCOE10X. It's SCOE10X. Just by luck, I was telling my girlfriend in work about it. She had just gotten a puppy, and 3 days later, she calls me. She's like, Carol, can I try some of that stuff? So I took it over to her, and she only have to use a capful of it. You put it in the bath water, and you can put some in a bottle and spray it on them. It doesn't hurt them at all. I wipe my dog down with it. I spray his bed with it. I also have poof, but I have no idea whether that works on skunk like this does. And she said she has 2 other dogs, and they've all gotten skunked.
Ugh.
She said, Carol, even after he was out there in the rain, I never smelled it, and I only had to do it the one time.
Huh.
She said if I had tomato juice, I'd have to do it 2 or 3 times, and I'd still smell it when it rained.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. SCO what?
SCOE, SCOE 10X.
SCOE 10X. All right. Carol, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5.
Good to know.
Mark in Woodbridge, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi, yes. So our dog was skunked about 2 years ago, and everything you've heard so far is true. We've tried tomato juice, anything. It helped a bit at first, but definitely whenever the dog gets wet, that oil gets into their pores.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to find something to really cut the oil. And we found that we used baking soda, like a scrub, wet it and scrubbed it with it.
Mm-hmm.
It helped immensely.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we did still smell it for a week or two, not as strong, nowhere near strong. And definitely, whenever they get wet, and that seemed like maybe a month or two, you would still smell it. It was much less, but you could feel the oil if you rake your hand along the dog's back.
Mm-hmm.
She primarily got sprayed in the face. But our dog has done battle with possums and groundhogs.
Did
Sure.
your dog always win?
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. She's a black and tan hound dog. And it's the nicest dog that could be. But when it came to an animal like that, you would think the dog turned into Cujo. So it's just, yeah. And I felt the same way. Maybe after a couple of weeks, did we get used to the smell? Because absolutely the first week or two was really tough in the house. It was late one evening. My kids had let the dog out into the yard. There was all this ruckus. I had already gone to bed. And then all of a sudden, I could smell it. And I knew what happened before I even exited the bedroom. I was like, holy cow, what the heck is going on? And, the dog right in the face had gotten squirted by the skunk. We tried everything. She got many baths, when that first happened. But like I said, eventually we tried the baking soda. That seemed to help a lot. Yeah. And I guess you're going to find something to cut that oil. And somebody had said alcohol will do it, but I wasn't about to rub the dog down in alcohol. But,
yeah. All right. Mark, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5. Well, there's a veteran of the skunk wars.
But won't waste the precious alcohol. I like that. I admire that.
Well, what if the dog catches fire? All that alcohol on him?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking also.
Tom in Long Valley, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Yellow lab that we had thought everybody was going to be her new best friend. So we stopped at my parents' house one night, and she bolts into the backyard because she saw something. I go chase after her, and, well, she found a skunk.
Uh-oh.
And the skunk didn't want to be her friend and stopped her in her tracks because he just started blasting her with skunk oil. And she just stopped in her tracks, and she's getting hosed. She's turning her head left to right to try to get out of it, but didn't move, didn't run away, and it was running down her chest. She had so much skunk oil on her.
Tom, Jesus, you're such a good storyteller. Oh, my God.
Oh, so, of course, we drove there. Can't put her in the car. So I walked 3 miles home through the darkness, through the woods and trails I know. I'm throwing sticks in the river, trying to rinse her off. Forget it. So we get her home, we go online, start researching, and apparently the best recipe I found online was Dawn dish detergent to break up the oil that skunks shoot, and then baking soda and hydrogen peroxide. You make that into a solution and you wash your dog with it.
Yeah, that's what my wife and my daughter did. And it got most of the smell off, but it didn't get all of it off.
We washed her 6 times, and we thought we got most of the smell off. What I didn't realize is we were probably just getting used to the smell.
Uh-oh.
And my wife goes to work the next day, and right away they're like, "Did you get sprayed by a skunk?"
Oh, how embarrassing.
But that was the best. I mean, we scrubbed her for 6 times, and it was cold out, and it was miserable. And but it definitely made a difference on it and reduced the intensity of it. But every time she got wet for the next 6 months, there was so much just embedded in her fur.
Oh, 6 months.
It was horrible.
All right, Tom, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5. I don't know if I got my dog over at Mom and Dad's house and she gets sprayed. I say, hey, Mom and Dad.
Your dog
what?
now.
Guess what? You have a dog. All right, we're talking about dogs doing battle with other animals in your yard and also how to get rid of the smell of a skunk because my dog, well, our dog, got sprayed by a skunk. 1-800-283-101.5.
Every holiday season, New Jersey 101.5 collects teddy bears with the New Jersey State PBA. We call them Feel Better Bears. Your gift of a new teddy bear can help kids feel better during their emergencies when the police give them a bear to hug. Find your closest Feel Better Bear location, drop-off location that is, or you can also buy a bear online. Visit our app or nj1015.com. Thanks to our sponsors, All-American Auto Group, Rob Dukansky of RE/MAX First Advantage, and Trinity Rehab. This holiday, give a child a Feel Better Bear. And thanks from New Jersey 101.5.
It's about time for a lot of bears to be in the building.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah, we get a lot of bears. A lot of people are very generous.
No more salespeople, just offices full of bears.
It is. They'll be sitting in the chairs, literally. Some of those bears were so big, they could occupy an office chair. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, give a bear. We're talking about dogs fighting other animals. Ricky and Jackson, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hello.
Hello, Ricky.
Yeah. So I got a good one. So about 30 years ago, I adopted a timber wolf from someone who had her for 2 years. They actually took her out of a den out in Montana or somewhere. And I had her for about a year. When they had her, she was kept in a very small cage. And my parents had a big farm out in Millstone, so we bought her out there. And about a year into trying to kind of semi-domesticate the animal, there was a new development being built out in Millstone, and we would take her out there and sometimes let her off the leash, trying to teach her to sit and stay. And one time we got about 50 feet from her, and a deer literally ran right in between us.
Ugh.
And she looked at me, looked at the deer, looked at me, and took off after the deer. So the dog was gone, and we ended up posting pictures all out in Millstone. And about a week later, someone about 4 miles away called us and said, "We think we have your dog." Now, this dog was like almost pure white. She was like an off-white.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, "We think we have your dog." And I didn't tell anybody it was a wolf, but you could tell just by looking at her. And we went over to their house, and they had her in their garage, and the dog was covered in dry blood. So she got the deer, obviously.
Did you keep the dog after that, the wolf?
Yes. Yep. We kept her until she passed away.
Did it do battle with any other animals?
No, she was actually good with other animals.
Except for the tasty ones. Yeah.
She just wanted that deer, and obviously she got it.
Did you eventually teach her to sit and stay and heel and all that kind of stuff?
Yes. Yes, I did. Yep.
Is it illegal to own a wolf?
Yes, it is. And that's why I actually, when I went, the whole story was when I went to see this animal, I looked into it. And in New Jersey at the time, this was 30 years ago, you weren't supposed to have them. But I felt bad because of the way they were keeping her. And they also had her, so the pen that they had her in was in their garage. And they had a Doberman Pinscher that lived with her too. And the Doberman Pinscher, you know how they get their ears cropped and everything? This Doberman Pinscher had no ears because they had fought before, and she ripped its ears off.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so I took her. That's what convinced me to take her, because of the way she was being treated. But these people literally told me the story that they actually went into a den and stole a few of the pups.
It's pretty ballsy. All right, Ricky, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5.
Now, in any of your daughter and wife's research, did they read anything about feeding Luna plain yogurt?
That doesn't ring a bell. Why? Is that a home remedy?
I mean, this is going off of Reddit, so grain of salt,
Mm-hmm.
But someone posted about their dog getting skunked, and someone responds, when my dog got skunked, I took him to a groomer to get a professional bath with their anti-skunk shampoo, and it helped a lot. She told me that most of the smell lingers in their face because that's often the target of the stink spray. Feeding him plain yogurt and smearing the Dawn/baking soda paste on his face and carefully avoiding his eyes was very helpful.
Feeding him plain yogurt?
I don't know what that would do, but
helps from the inside out?
Ew, I guess.
No. What else could it be? I mean, you're not smearing the yogurt on the dog, are you? It's ingested.
No, they said specifically feeding him plain yogurt.
All right, well.
Do you have any plain yogurt in the home?
So they probably have some Greek yogurt or something.
Can you say that a little more dismissively?
No, they all have all this healthy stuff. It's just...
Nothing like my corn chips and beer or whatever, you man.
I do not follow the same dietary guidelines they do. Huh. They have their meatless Mondays and
I have my burger Saturdays.
Damn right.
Like men do. Anyway, glad to have you back, Bill.
Thank you.
Did you miss me?
Yeah. All right. This is Dominski and Doyle. More to come. New Jersey 101.5. Bet Parks Casino and Sportsbook app. New Jersey chime time is 3:09 with Dominski and Doyle. I'm Bill Doyle.
I'm not Jeff Dominski.
No, Kylie's here. Now, one of the D&Ds is back. Now the other one's missing.
Oi, I say.
Jeff is out today. He's under the weather. I was out last week in the hospital, and I came back, and he didn't show up.
So, no, I kidnapped him so I could still remain on air.
Some more airtime?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you got a lot of airtime coming up. The holidays, when everybody takes off, and everybody takes off the same week.
Yeah, buckle up.
And actually, you get 2 weeks in a row, don't you?
I do.
You get 1 week with Jeff and 1 week with me.
Oh, lucky me. What a slut.
Okay, something happened to me.
You were a doofus?
Now, why would you say that?
Because I know what you're about to say.
And I'm hoping I'm not the only one who's ever done this. Sunday afternoon, I'm shopping. Am I world-class shop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Getting my food for the week. Going up and down the aisles, dodging the old people. The soup aisle, it's nasty. Those people it's like the Hunger Games or something.
Did you age 40 years when you were off for a week?
What do you mean?
The soup aisle gets nasty?
Oh, no, the people in the soup, if you try to go down the soup aisle, you'll get elbowed. I swear to God. It is Lord of the Flies. Society has devolved in the soup aisle. They're all elbowing each other for soup. You can't get by.
I'm isolating that audio and setting it as your ringtone.
What is the truth? Doesn't say anything about me. I'm not the one elbowing people out of the way to get my chunky cream of mushroom or whatever.
The hero of the soup aisle, Bill Doyle.
Well, I just have to go down the aisle. It didn't mean I wanted to get the soup. It's just nasty. It's just one of the particularly contentious aisles in the grocery store. Why is this so funny to you?
I'm sorry. Keep going.
So anyway, I survived the soup aisle, make it through the frozen foods. And
do you get some sort of medal for that, surviving the soup aisle?
You know, I ought to. I do it every week, too. I should know better. I should just skip that aisle. But, yeah, it's a rough aisle. People with their carts all askance and crooked, trying to wind your way through, and they elbow you. It's not fun. Anyway, that's not the point of the story. The point of the story is I get to the checkout line, right? And I got my own bags. They're scanning everything I'm putting in the bags the way I want them. This stuff in that bag, this stuff in that bag. And it gets to the end, and she says, whatever it is, $120. And I reach for my wallet, and I don't have it.
Oh.
I don't have my wallet.
After you weathered the soup aisle, no less.
I know. I didn't have my wallet. And I should have known, because I got out to my car when I was leaving at home, and I didn't have my keys. And I always have my keys. I always have my keys in my wallet. But I left them in a different pair of pants. I hadn't taken everything out. So I ran upstairs, got my keys, and ran back out, not thinking, Bill, your wallet's in that pair of pants too. And then I get to the store, do all my shopping, and get to the end, and I have to say, I forgot my wallet.
Are you in Venmo?
The cashier gives me a look. Like, oh, you poor dumb bastard. And I said, well, what do I have to do? Can you take this to customer service, and I can go back home and get my wallet? And she said, I have to call somebody. So now I'm feeling like a big loser. And now the people behind me in line, they're starting to get the huffs too. Like, well, we picked the wrong line. I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to forget my wallet. And it was just embarrassing to be at the front of the line like that, everybody looking at you, thinking you're a deadbeat because I don't have my money. And then inspiration hit.
Oh.
I said, do you take Apple Pay? She said, yes, we do. I had my phone with me.
Ah, pretty sneaky, sis.
So it wasn't totally humiliating because I did get to pay and get on the way. And it was a minor inconvenience for the people behind me, just a couple minutes while the customer service person came over. And while I thought to myself, well, I have my phone with me. I wonder if I can make this work. And so it wasn't as embarrassing as it could have been, but it is embarrassing. Anytime you forget your wallet, you feel like a total idiot. And this is not the first time it's happened to me. I took my son to the Turtleback Zoo, and he loves zoos. And it's not close. So it's an outing. And it was a big day for us.
How far is that? An hour?
It's in Essex County. So, yeah.
Ugh.
So we get to the zoo, get up to the register, to the ticket window, and I don't have my wallet.
Oh.
And this time, back then, there was no Apple Pay. I was thinking, well, can I give you the number of my debit card? Because I know my number. And they're like, no, sorry, can't do that.
Oh.
So then I called my other son, because he was still in college at the time in Montclair, and that wasn't that far away, trying to get a hold of him if he could run down with his wallet, pay to get us in the zoo. But he was taking one of his blow-off tennis classes. And so he couldn't get me either. And I had to just tell my son, my younger son, Jack, I had to disappoint him. Son, I'm sorry.
Aww.
You can't go to the zoo today. Dad forgot his wallet.
That's so sad.
It is sad.
That's a much sadder story. I prefer soup aisle.
I felt so bad for forgetting my wallet. But I'm hoping other people have done that, and they will make me feel better by, forgetting your wallet at an inopportune time. 1-800-283-101.5. Please tell me you have. Please tell me I'm not the only one.
Well, at least when you did it, you were in front of strangers, and you didn't have to panic call a coworker. Like yours truly.
What did you do, K-Dog Doofus?
Well, I'm going to blame you for this one.
How?
Because, what happened, this was a few years ago. This was pre-demic. We went to a Devils game.
Yes, we did.
And I didn't want to carry my big, thick wallet. So I just put my credit card and some cash and my driver's license in a much smaller wallet that I could just fit in my bag. So we went out. This was a Friday night. And then I had to work here Sunday morning. Was not thinking about, the key fob to get in is in my regular wallet. So I was just like, I just need my driver's license. Threw the little wallet in my bag. Came here at, let's say, 5:40 in the morning and realized I have my wallet that does not have the key fob to get into the building.
So did you break a window?
I am not kidding. You know the chair that sits out front?
Yes.
I was like, can I smash a glass door with that? I quickly realized, no, you are your arms are spaghetti and you do not have the strength to do that.
You're not real buff.
You would embarrass yourself, Kylie. So instead of embarrassing myself that way, I embarrassed myself by calling Eric Potts, who I know lives maybe 4 minutes away.
At 5:40 in the morning.
At 5:40 in the morning. I know Jeff Edelstein also lives really close.
There's no way he was awake.
He's not the kind of guy you call at 5:40 in a panic. I feel like he would give me the FU button.
Yeah.
Eric Potts, former law enforcement, he was like, I'll be there in a minute. What else do you need?
That's right.
He let me in. I'm like in tears outside. It's so cold. It's the middle of December. I'm just like, Eric, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. Can I have a hug? And he's just like, do you need me to stay here? And I was like, no, thank you. I'm good. And just walks back to his car.
All right, so you're just as much of a doofus as I am. And yours wasn't resolved as easily as my grocery store one. Now, my zoo one wasn't resolved at all. Although it did give my son Jack occasion to ask whenever we go somewhere, so you think Dad forgot his wallet? He does that all the time now.
Yeah, on the spectrum, I would say the worst was like you and Jack going to the zoo. Somewhere in the middle is me having to call Eric Potts at 5:40 in the morning. You win with Apple Pay.
Yeah, thank God for Apple Pay, I'm so glad I set that up.
This show brought to you by Apple Pay.
Yeah, no, this isn't an ad, but boy, did it come in handy, I got to tell you. So who else has done this? Who else has forgotten their wallet or something like that at a most inopportune time? 1-800-283-101.5. Did you feel like a big loser? Did you feel like everybody was looking at you thinking you were some sort of deadbeat or trying to get away with something? That's what I thought when I was at the grocery store. They probably think I'm trying to run some sort of scam where I can just leave with the groceries without paying for them. Although I go there all the time, and I kind of know the cashier.
But I'm sure they also see that all the time.
People forgetting their wallets?
forgetting in air quotes, very bold air quotes.
What, people trying to rip them off?
Yeah, I'm sure.
So you agree with me? She probably thought I was trying to rip them off.
Yes.
Well, I wasn't.
I don't know. You're kind of sketchy.
So who else has done this? Please tell me I'm not the only one. Who's forgotten their wallet at an inopportune time? 1-800-283-101.5. 318, here's Fast Traffic. New Jersey 101.5 wants to light up your holidays with $1,000 in cash. Send us a picture of your home's dazzling holiday lights to our app or NJ1015.com. Your entry gets you in to win $1,000. Thanks to our sponsor, Seasonal World, New Jersey's favorite Christmas store and in-ground pool builder. This holiday, light it up. You can win $1,000 from New Jersey 101.5.
It is 2:23. It is not Dominski and Doyle. Eventually it will be. Today is not that day. And Bill Doyle, while he was off last week, made the doofus move of forgetting his wallet.
I forgot my wallet.
While he was at the grocery store. Has anyone else done this, or are we the only two? What would be the plural of doofuses? Would it be doofy?
Yeah, let's go with doofy.
Are we the only doofy in New Jersey who forget their wallet? 1-800-283-101.5. What's your story?
This has to have happened to scores of people.
Scores, you say?
It had. I didn't really know how to slot that. Thousands of people. In the state of New Jersey, 9 million. I'm going to bet it's happened to hundreds of thousands of people. You forgot your wallet for whatever reason. You left it on top of the car. You left it in a different purse if you're a gal. Are there any really good excuses for forgetting your wallet?
What we're saying is we need you to tell us your story because Bill is going into an existential crisis.
Well, it's 1-800-283-101.5. It's just such a deflating feeling. It's such a wah, wah, wah.
Especially that you made it to the cash register. Like, it's one thing if you were still in your car and you realize, like, oh, shoot, I don't have the thing I need. I can turn around now.
Even if I was in the middle of shopping and I realized I could have abandoned my cart and no one would be any wiser.
Because let me guess, like everything was already bagged already?
It was. All nice and neat in the way I want it.
You have the people waiting in line behind you. They already have their stuff on the, conveyor belts,
I
guess.
They sure do. Oh, yeah, they were ready to go. They had taken that separator as soon as I moved up, and they were loading up on that conveyor belt.
And then just the muted trombone as you realize, as you reach into your pocket, and there is no wallet there. That's what all the people behind you heard.
And I think I realized it before my hand actually got to my pocket, because as I was reaching for my pocket, it said, "You forgot your keys, Bill. You forgot your wallet too." And then I get to my back pocket, and sure enough, there was no wallet there. And I just felt like I was the object of scorn and ridicule.
Oh, you were. Make no mistake.
Everybody in the store, and I know that's hyperbole, but I was by the people behind me. The people behind me were none too pleased that I was slowing up the works, that I was a obstacle in their just getting home and watching football. Mm-hmm. And I just felt like so low. I felt like such an idiot. But it's human nature. Sometimes you forget things.
Yeah, tell yourself that.
You got a busy life, you got here, you get out of the hospital, you don't know where you're...
Oh, tell me you pulled that card. Oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot my wallet. For you see, I've been in the hospital for the last... Do you want to see the holes I have to put an IV into?
I wasn't going to point
Hey, do you listen to 101.5?
I wasn't going to point all that out.
Do you know who I am?
But, I just felt like such a schmuck. And what are you going to do, What's it going to be, a pay it forward where, hey, the people behind me, you want to pay $110 for my groceries? I'll pay you back sometime. No. Yeah. Sucks. 1-800-283-101.5. Tell us if you've ever been in that awkward situation where you go to pay for something and you don't have the money. You don't have the wallet. You left the money in your other wallet. You left your wallet in your other pants. And now you feel like a doofus. You feel like a total schmuck. 1-800-283-101.5. And what do? Do you call somebody? You remember Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Vaguely.
All right, when Ratner takes the girl out and he forgot his wallet and they keep drinking Cokes.
Mm-hmm.
Till he can bring him his wallet.
I don't remember, but go on.
You don't remember that scene?
No, I found that to be a very not memorable movie.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Right.
I guess you're not of the right era because it's a classic.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. And he forgets his wallet. It's because it happens. It's a slice of real life. It's cinema verite. People do forget their wallets in life.
So what would you have done if you hadn't had Apple Pay? Would you have had to call your wife? I mean, you technically shouldn't have been driving. I'm guessing you didn't have your driver's license.
You shouldn't driving. You didn't have your driver's license.
I'm the voice of reason.
No, I did not have my driver's license. I did not. I thought about calling my wife, and that's when I remembered I had a phone. And that's when I remembered, I can pay for stuff with my phone. So, yeah, it turned out that the phone came in handy. But no, I was prepared to load it up, take it over to customer service, get in the car, drive home, come back, make the walk of shame. Yeah, I'm the idiot who forgot his wallet. I'm here to pay for the groceries that I already had rung up and billed.
Doofus to customer service, doofus to customer service.
You know, they probably have a code for that.
Oh.
They're probably saying that. It's like code 42 to customer service, code 42 to customer service.
And then you see all the workers just like,
yeah, they're all pointing at you. Yeah,
I think it's him.
Code 42 means, well, instead of a bad word, dummy making his way to pay for the groceries that he tried to steal. That's probably what code 42 means, trying to steal something. Loss prevention. He's trying to pull a scam.
We're going to get to the bottom of this.
Which is worse, being thought of as a thief or being thought of as an idiot?
Idiot.
Yeah?
Sorry.
Well, I'm quite sure I was thought of as both, but I'm neither. Well, I guess I kind of was the idiot. But it can happen to anybody.
The self-realization throughout this hour.
Look, I admit it was a stupid thing to do. I'm not trying to say it was anybody else's fault. It was my fault for not checking. I usually have all my stuff on top of my dresser, and I grab it on the way out, but I just left that pair of pants there. I said, all the stuff is in my pants. I'll just grab that pair of pants, put them on, but it wasn't the right pair of pants.
I haven't really gone into this yet, but I do have a question. You just like leave things in pants?
Rarely, but sometimes.
Huh. I'll look inside. We're still learning about each other after
Why?
all
What's
these
weird?
years.
What's weird about that?
I guess it's just unrelatable. As a woman, my pants usually have pockets. I would never do that.
Oh, my pants have lots of pockets.
At best, like I'll leave a bobby pin on like the side of like my waistband, but beyond that, no.
How often do you need a bobby pin?
Fairly often.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Coming up, we wanted to talk about what's going on 195. You heard in Jill's report, there's a car fire. I've never been part of a car fire. I've only witnessed car fires. But if you've had a car fire, we want to hear from you coming up at 1-800-283-101.5.
Now, the latest New Jersey news from NJ.
3:36 with Bill and Kylie. We want to talk about car fires because I know we both saw the aftermath, at least, of a car fire today.
Oh, it was still on fire when I saw it.
Really?
Yes.
What?
Oh, yeah, it was
Whoa.
on fire and it was smoking.
Oh, this is news to me. Go on.
What time did you get in? I guess it doesn't matter. But no, when I went by, we were talking about the car fire on 195. It was eastbound. I was traveling westbound. And so there was a lot of gawking, but at least I wasn't stuck in that hellacious traffic jam that Jill's been talking about on fast traffic. But yeah, there was a car on fire. And I don't know. It just always amazes me how cars can catch on fire. They're so insulated and everything's top of the line. And in this day and age, no carburetors. How exactly are cars catching on fire? Have you ever been involved in a car fire?
Blessedly, I have not. I know my mother has.
She had a car fire?
It was her uncle's car. I do not know all of the details. I will admit that right off the bat, because the only time she ever brings this up is when we're going into the Lincoln Tunnel, because that's where it happened.
Oh, no, a car fire in the Lincoln Tunnel?
And you know what I don't want to hear about as I'm going into the Lincoln Tunnel? A car fire in the Lincoln Tunnel.
Oh, my. Oh, my God, that's
fail,
awful.
Every time growing up, if we were going in to see like a show, just, one time Uncle Jim's car caught fire and my friend and I had to run to the other side of the tunnel on this here barrier. My sister and I are sitting there shaking. Like, oh, great story, Mom. We're not going to ask any follow-ups.
Oh, my God. What a great family anecdote.
So excited to sit in this exact tunnel for the next 5 minutes.
All right, so if you've had a car fire, let us know. 1-800-283-101.5. How did it start? Were you in the car at the time? Were you driving? How did you get it out? 1-800-283-101.5.
If you got it out.
Yeah, if you got it out. Do you have a fire extinguisher in your... Oh, who am I asking? You didn't even have a fire extinguisher in your house.
I do not have one in my car.
Yeah, I do. It came with my little emergency pack when I bought my new car, which was kind of of them because I've never had a fire extinguisher before. But now I can be a little more confident.
How big is it?
Not big. About
a foot?
Yeah, maybe 18 inches.
And where do you keep it?
It's in the trunk.
In the trunk?
Yeah. Where else am I going to put it?
I don't know, passenger seat? Where it's readily available?
Well, I can get into my trunk.
If it's on fire?
Well, the engine will be on fire.
I don't like that.
Oh, you don't even have one. What are you critiquing me for?
And I still feel safer than you having
How are
to go
you
into your
safer?
trunk.
I can go get my fire extinguisher. What will you do?
I will run away from the car that is on fire. How are you not seeing
that option
this?
is available to me too.
I just don't see what good it's doing in the trunk.
I keep all sorts of things in the trunk. That's where my spare tire is. Is that a stupid place to keep it?
No, you're not getting that when your car's on fire. Are you even comparing the two?
Because I might need it if I have a flat tire, and then I'll have to go in my trunk.
I don't like this for you. I think you should leave it at least in the back seat.
But then it'll mess up the back seat.
How often are all three kids in the back seat anymore?
Never.
Exactly. So put it there.
And I don't like the way it looks.
To whom? Who are you trying to impress?
It ruins the lines of the car.
I don't like this. I do not sign off on this. Does your wife know about this?
She does now.
I was going to say, I'm going to message her.
Let's talk to Brigitte in Yardley, PA. You're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear us?
Oh, hey. Yeah, I can hear you now. Long-time listener, first-time caller. I grew up in South Amboy, New Jersey, went to college at Montclair. I had a Zephyr. This was in the 80s. I was coming home from college down the turnpike, and I decided, I need to make a stop at McDonald's. So I'm in the McDonald's drive-thru, and I pull through, and someone says, and I'm not even out of the drive-thru yet, and someone says, hey, your car's on fire, your car's on fire. And I'm like, no, it's not. And I'm arguing with them. And they're like, get out of your car, it's on fire. So I get out, and I see my car is, in fact, on fire. Now I'm blocking the drive-thru. I run into McDonald's, and I'm like, can you please give me a fire extinguisher? And they said, no, that's only for use in the building.
What? Oh, jeez.
So now I have a car that's on fire, blocking the drive-thru.
Which part of the car was on fire? The engine, I assume?
It was underneath, I think. They said it was a transmission.
Ah.
This was the 80s, so I'm not really sure it was on fire. But, yeah, so it went up, and then I ended up having the state police came out, the fire department, because I was on the the parkway. And it was a big mess. The car got towed to my house, and we called it the Zephyr going forward. My parents got it fixed, and I refused to drive it.
You never drove it again?
Never again. My sister got it. My younger sister.
Do you remember how you responded when they said that's only for use within the building?
I was kind of freaking out. I mean, I was pretty young. I was in my 20s, so I was like, oh, my God, my car's on fire. And they're like, no, you can't. And this was before cell phones. So to be honest with you, I don't know how the fire department and the state police got alerted, but it was a pretty big deal.
I guess so. What about all the people behind you in line?
Oh, they were angry. They were.
Oh, you inconvenienced them. Meanwhile, your car's on fire.
And I couldn't believe it because people were, like I said, the guy's like, your car's on fire, get out of the car. And I'm arguing with him like, no, it's fine. They're like, get out of your car.
Excuse me, sir. I need my Big Mac.
Yeah. Brigitte, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5. That would be an awfully bad place to get a car fire in the middle of a drive-thru.
Jack in Plumstead, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
This didn't happen to me. It happened to my mom. She's deceased now. It had nothing to do with that. But when I was a kid, I guess I was maybe 10 or 11 years old. She had gone to the store up the street from where we lived. And when she came out, she started the car and the engine went on fire.
Oh, my God.
She got right into the store. They called the fire and, police and everything. She was fine, but the car was totaled. That's all I can recall of it. But, that was pretty amazing.
Did they ever determine what started the fire?
I don't know exactly at this point in time. It's been so long ago, and there's really nobody I can talk to about it anymore. So I can't even.
So it's always going to be a mystery.
It's always going to be a mystery to me. But I know she was alone. I wasn't with her, and my younger sister was not with her. So she was in the car by herself and was able to get out very quickly and no problem.
And do you remember if after that it took her a while to figuratively get back on the horse? Like, was she scared about driving for a while, or was she?
Yeah, she was.
I don't blame her.
And then she had another incident a few years later when she was pregnant with my youngest sister, and the radiator blew up on her stomach. And, so cars were not her best thing.
Maybe bikes from there on out.
Get a Vespa. All right, Jack, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5.
So who has been involved in a car fire? 1-800-283-101.5.
As the weather gets colder, the NFL offers stay hot on FanDuel. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 money line bet. That's $150 if your team wins. If you've been thinking about joining FanDuel, there's no better time to get in on the action. The app is so easy to use. Just download it and you'll be placing your first bet within minutes. I know I was able to, and I didn't know what I was doing. They have a wide range of betting options, including spreads, player props, over-unders, and more. So visit FanDuel.com/Doyle and kick off the NFL season. FanDuel, official partner of the NFL. Must be 21 and older, present in New Jersey. First online real money wager only. $5 pregame money line wager required. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New Jersey 101.5 supports Garden State small businesses. Monday mornings, join us for Small Business Monday. We'll shine a spotlight on the small businesses that are so vital to the Garden State. Thanks to our sponsor, Associate Member Trust. Visit amtcheckup.com for a health plan checkup today. Make your Monday a small business Monday with New Jersey 101.5.
It is 3:51 with Bill and Kylie. News coming up at the top of the hour. In the meantime, you've been hearing it all afternoon in the traffic reports. I feel like, do you feel like we hear about car fires at least once a week,
Yes.
if not more?
Oh, at least once a week. There are always car fires. I've never been in one. And, I saw one today at 195. Jill just mentioned that that's all cleared up now, thank God. But, saw another car fire today. So who's been involved in one? 1-800-283-101.5.
Brian in Monmouth County, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
All right, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Good. Never been in a car fire, but I've been in a boat fire in the middle of a bay.
Go on.
I was about 10 years old, so I'm going back about 30 years. I was fishing with my grandfather, my grandmother, a bunch of my cousins, and my couple other family members. Long story short, engine caught on fire, blew up. All of us had to go overboard and swim to neighboring boats.
Was it a tough swim?
It wasn't too bad. They luckily were nice and came closer.
And
then
the boat just sat there and burned?
This boat just sat there and burned all the way down to the hull.
Oh, my God. So do you feel, when you hear stories like we were talking about with the car fires, do you almost feel like a hold my beer situation? Like,
Yeah, that's nothing. At least they got to swim.
Like, you casually walked away from your car? Mother, you know water? I swam.
And there could have been sharks.
I could have drowned.
She was old and sickly at the time, too. My sister had to help her swim.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Brian, are you familiar with the movie Jaws?
Oh, yeah.
Next time you tell this story, you need to go full Quint with the USS Indianapolis speech. Like, you're telling this a little too cheerfully. This is a horrifying story.
Do it, Kylie.
Black eyes like a doll's eyes. That's not the USS Indianapolis speech, but that's my Quint.
Mm-hmm. So did you have a fear of boats after that, Brian?
Oh, no. I go fishing all the time. I love the water.
Do you know what started the fire?
Do not know.
That's what I always wonder. All right, hey, Brian, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5. What exactly is causing that fire? Is it oil dripping onto a hot manifold? I mean, not on the boat, but on a car? Did you park over some dry leaves? What exactly is causing these sparks?
Do you think it's ever actually happened where it's the result of someone flicking a lit cigarette out of the car and then it happens to catch like oil on the ground? Because I think about that every time I see someone flick a cigarette, and I don't know if that's just my paranoia or if that's based in fact.
Don't you need a flame?
Well, if it's lit, there's still sparks.
I know there are sparks.
And if it hits gasoline or oil on the ground.
I don't know if that works.
So that's just my paranoia?
I think it is. Don't quote me on that. But it's not. You know what? It's dangerous. Don't do it.
Okay, okay. We're going to leave it at that.
We're going to leave it at just don't do it. It's not worth it.
Safety tips from Doyle, baby.
So we're talking about car fires. If you've ever been involved in one, and did somebody in the drive-thru have to tell you what was going on, or did you notice it yourself? What would you do if you saw flames coming out from under your hood and you're on 195?
Pull over, screaming, and run away?
Yeah?
I mean, I'd grab my phone at least. I don't think I'd grab my work bag. It's a company laptop. They can pay for it.
Yeah, I guess what else are you going to do? You know, pull over. Well, I could pull over, go into my trunk, get my fire extinguisher. And then,
now I know I can call you, assuming you're behind me on the way home. Yes.
Don't be surprised if I don't answer.
That's so mean.
After you made fun of my fire extinguisher placement,
I wanted you to keep it in a safer spot. That was for friendship and safety.
and
How dare you?
Now all of a sudden you want it for your use. Now it's fine that it's in my trunk, isn't it?
Maybe.
Yeah, come on.
When it benefits me.
Yeah, I had a car once that leaked oil. If I was ever going to have a car fire, that would have been it.
Ugh.
Yeah, I had this. Oh, it's such a piece of junk. I got screwed over so bad. Guy I bought it from. It was. He took advantage of an 18-year-old. I was young and stupid.
And you're not still bitter.
It was my first car, too. Anyway, that's enough of that. The news is next on New Jersey 101.5. Bet Parks Casino and Sportsbook app, New Jersey. Chime time is 4:09 with Dominski and Doyle. I'm Bill Doyle.
And I am not Jeff Dominski. I'm their producer, Kylie Moore, filling in for him for the time being.
Yes. As I come back, Jeff leaves.
They signed a pact that they can't be in the same room together at the same time.
It's been a while.
It's been a whole to-do. A lot of drama here at the radio station. No, just kidding. Jeff is sick.
Yeah, and if you were wondering where I was the last week, I was in the hospital. Nothing serious, sepsis. And I had to have an IV. The reason I was in the hospital is because I had to have IV antibiotics because I'm impervious to oral antibiotics. So they have to be given through the IV, and they have to do that to the hospital. So that's all. That's the whole reason. No big drama. No big
whoop.
No big life and death situation. Just had to be in the hospital to get an IV. That's it.
And now you're doing the IV yourself?
Now I do it at home, yes, for 2 more days.
How's that going?
It's a piece of cake. Visiting nurse showed up the other day, showed me how to do it, and I haven't had any problems. So, yeah, it's not difficult. It's just getting used to this hole in my chest.
Ew.
Yeah, it feels kind of weird. But that's where
I'm not touching your chest.
No, I wasn't asking you to. But, yeah, it feels kind of weird.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like an outpatient surgery to get it taken out, so I might need another day off.
Good Lord.
I know.
Bill, take the time you need. I want you to be better.
I went for years without ever taking a day off. I got scolded by our boss for not using enough of my PTO one year.
Making up for it now?
Absolutely. Now all of a sudden I'm off every other week. But anyway. Oh, by the way, I don't want to revisit last hour entirely because we're moving on.
Mm-hmm.
But I got an email from listener Jack talking about going down the soup aisle in ShopRite.
Go on.
I hate going down the soup aisle. People leave their carts in the way. They stand there trying to find their favorite soups for what seems like forever. He hates the soup aisle as well. It's not just me.
For anyone who wasn't listening, Bill likens going down the soup aisle to going to war, fighting for his country, fighting for his family. But just
nasty.
to get like cream of mushroom.
It's nasty. Usually I'm just cutting through. I don't even want one of their stupid soups. I should avoid it. But anyway, I said we weren't going to revisit last hour. I just wanted to read that email.
What if I could, though, take an hour of phone calls on other people who think that other people in the soup aisle are doing acts of aggression?
I think you would find that a lot of people agree with me, but we're not going to do that.
No.
We're not going to do that. But the soup aisle is messy. It's nasty. All right, on Facebook today, so my older sister had a post. She was using an electric wok. And she posted that I got this wok as a wedding present 41 years ago and still use it regularly.
She got a wok for a Christmas present?
As a wedding present.
I'm sorry. I think you did say that. Wedding present. Really? That was on her list?
What's wrong with that? It's come in handy for 41 years.
You know, you hear silverware.
Well, people all put all sorts of stuff on their registries.
Okay.
So she got a wok.
Asked and answered.
Kind of confrontational today.
I haven't seen you in a while, you know? I have to make up for it.
A lot of aggression to get out.
Get to it to Jeff.
All right, so we wanted to talk about what's the oldest thing you have that still works? And it could be anything. Don't say, oh, my husband. But maybe you have an old steam iron that still works. My wife has a sewing machine. And I don't know how old it is. It's pre-World War II.
What?
It is this hugest sewing machine you've ever seen. It's like a suitcase-sized sewing machine. And it works.
Does
she never uses it.
What?
But it's gone with us. It's moved with us from house to house to house. This big-ass old sewing machine that's never going to sew anything again.
Bill, let me guess. Would you like to get rid of said machine?
I would have liked to have gotten rid of it years ago. It does no good whatsoever. Nobody wants it.
So why do you still have it?
Because she won't throw it out.
Call it Chunks hauling junk.
No, I guess it has some connection with a grandma or something. I don't know.
I'm trying to think if we have any sort of machine in the house. Nothing comes to mind of something that's old that still works.
I have, excuse me, I have cast iron skillets that were my mom's that she got when she got married, and that was in the 50s. So it would make them about 70 years old. So,
I mean, are we counting non-electronic things? Because, I mean, we have plates from when my mom was growing up.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah, if they survived.
Oh, they survived. Some of them are cracked and were glued back together.
Do you use them?
Yeah.
Is it your everyday stuff?
Mm-hmm.
No kidding.
They look old.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, how old are they? Like 50?
Easily from the 1960s.
Yeah?
I don't know when my grandparents got them, but growing up, so that would have been the 60s.
So these are your grandparents' plates?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That's nice that they're still in use. So what's the oldest thing you have that you still use or is still usable? 1-800-283-101.5.
Gene in Cranford, you're on New Jersey 101.5. What do you have?
Oh, hi.
Hi, Jean.
Hey. Is it me?
Yes.
Are you Jean?
Okay, yes. I was married in 1963, and I got a wedding shower gift, and it's a hot plate. You plug it in, and it's like a tray, heated tray. Still works great.
Do you still use it?
Still?
Yeah, sure. The pizza comes, I put it on there, keep it warm, and yeah.
Wow.
How often are you using it?
Maybe monthly.
Have you ever had to replace the cord or anything?
Nope.
No, still original equipment.
Yep.
Now, what if it? I mean, I don't want to will this into existence, so knock on wood. But if it were to break and you had to get rid of it, would you feel like a piece of you is missing now? Like, are you really attached to it?
Yeah, it's really good. You're having company, and you put your, you plate everything out, and then you put the rest on the hot plate, and if they want seconds, it's hot. Yeah.
All right.
Wow, from
60 years old.
1963.
Yeah. Happy birthday, hot plate. Gene, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5. So we're talking about things you have that are old. What's the oldest thing you have that still works or you still use, as in Kylie's situation with the plates? I mean, you can't say they still work. Oh, they hold food, though, right? So
Darn tootin'.
It means they work. Lisa from Pennsylvania, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi, guys. I don't use it. It's a plant from my great-grandfather, Henry Reback. So shout out to all my Reback and
shout out.
Whoop, whoop.
Right? Seriously. So when he was younger, when he was alive, he had a plant. It's what we call it the Henry Reback. It's a begonia. And he gave it to my aunt. She thought that she had killed it, so she went to throw it outside, found a little green piece of it, brought it back, and now everybody in our family has pieces of this plant. So I have a Henry Reback plant that's over 100 years old, I think.
Okay, Lisa, is this a normal thing? Because my family does this also. Are we the weird ones, or is this common? Because we have a rose clipping from my great-grandmother, and a bunch of people in the family have that.
Isn't that amazing? I'll say we're weird. I own it, for sure.
I think it's a nice kind of weird. That's really sweet that you guys all have that.
Beautiful weird.
Okay, forgive me if I'm for my ignorance. Is it alive?
Oh, yeah.
It's still alive.
Yeah. And then you take cuttings of it, and I've given cuttings to like people who are really special and important to me. They'll get cuttings of it. Yeah.
Wow.
That's what we have with the rose bush.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right? It's a good feel story for sure.
All right, cool. Lisa, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5.
And it's fun to have a story with plants. Like we have another plant. I believe my mom has named it Mr. Plant that people get clippings of, and then you grow another Mr. Plant. There's a dozens of Mr. Plants in my opinion.
Now, where did your rose come from?
My great grandmother on my mom's side.
And so she grew the rose and gave people clippings, and it's been kept alive.
And the clippings grow into their own bush.
So you have the Moore bush.
Yes.
I never heard of such a thing.
Get on board with me and Lisa.
All right.
You should be clipping plants.
So what's the oldest thing you have that still works, that you still use? 1-800-283-101.5. 418, here's New Jersey Fast Traffic.
Every holiday season, New Jersey 101.5 collects teddy bears with the New Jersey State PBA. We call them Feel Better Bears. I love this. Your gift of a new teddy bear can help kids feel better during emergencies when the police give them a bear to hug. To find your closest Feel Better Bear drop-off location or to buy a bear online, visit our app or nj1015.com. Thanks to our sponsors, All-American Auto Group, Rob Dukansky of Remax First Advantage, and Trinity Rehab. This holiday, give a child a feel-better bear. And thanks from New Jersey 101.5.
423 with Dominski and Doyle. Jeff Dominski's off today as he's under the weather. Kylie Moore filling in for him. And we're talking about old things. What's the oldest thing you own that still operates, that still performs its function? 1-800-283-101.5. I'm asking because my older sister, posted on Facebook about an electric walk she got for her wedding 41 years ago, and she still uses it regularly and has never had it repaired or get a new cord or anything.
That's wild.
It is wild. So we want to see. I mean, other people can top that, I'm sure. We've already had a woman, the lady got the hot plate in 63, she said.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we've already had older than that. So what's the oldest thing you have that still works, still does its job?
Maury in Marlton, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi.
Hey.
I have an Electrolux all-metal canister vacuum from 1965 that still works like a dream.
Okay. This might be a dumb question, but how loud is that vacuum?
It's not loud at all.
That's honestly shocking to me, Maury.
Maury?
And it's one of the nice ones that you can unplug it and use it to blow up pool floats and stuff, too.
We are Electrolux siblings because I have an Electrolux vacuum cleaner that's not as old as yours, but I got it probably in 1998. So it's probably 25 years old, and it still works like the day we bought it.
Wow.
Yeah, they're amazing. And ours is the old metal one. In fact, my kids used to ride around on it when they were little.
Aw.
Does the cord retract?
Yes, the cord retracts. That we've had to replace once.
But other than that, it's all original.
Other than that, it's all original. All the attachments, everything. My mother-in-law gave it to us when we got married.
Where do you find bags for it?
Walmart.
They sell them for that one?
Yep.
Oh, I think my wife has to go to some specialty place that gets the bags that fit our...
Nope, I buy them at Walmart.
And is that your primary vacuum, or is that just like, the thing we have that's old, we keep it upstairs or whatever, but we have it if we need it?
Oh, heavens no, that's the primary vacuum.
Wow. That's incredible.
It's amazing.
And I'm sorry, I know you said it, but what year did you say it's from?
1965.
Wow.
Now, a 1965 vacuum cleaner still works.
I'm going to go ahead and say you guys got the money's worth out of it.
Oh, I think so.
Back when things were made to last. All right, Maury, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5. Yeah, ours is 25 years old, still going just fine. Never had to replace it. I think it has some duct tape on it, though.
Oh, boy. So what is the oldest thing you own that is still functional? 1-800-283-101.5.
Ernie in Hillsborough, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, guys, how are you?
All right, Ernie.
I want to tell you about my 38-year-old General Electric refrigerator from the year I was married, 1986.
And you still have it?
Still have it. I got a newer one in the garage, but this is still in my kitchen.
Oh, no kidding. I thought it was going to be the opposite. I thought the old one would be your beer refrigerator in the garage.
I'm just a cheap old timer, brother. And this thing works.
Hey, sounds like being a cheap old timer works.
How many things have you had to replace?
Say again, I'm sorry.
How many things have you had to replace on it?
Just about everything else in the house that I'm living in since the same year, 1986. Furnace, central air conditioning, water heater.
But is the refrigerator itself, does it still work well?
Still ticking along, no repairs whatsoever.
Is that the only old thing that you have?
I'm not going to make any of the silly comments like my wife.
My wife.
But I got plenty of old crap from the old days in Jersey City that I fight to get rid of. I got to call those haul away junk guys you're always at.
Yeah, we got them.
College hunks hauling junk, baby.
Ernie, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5. All right, we're not trying to have a competition here, but so far 1963 is the oldest.
I mean, even 86 is impressive with his fridge.
Oh, absolutely. But if we're looking for, World War II era stuff,
What?
I have my mom's, God rest her soul, 78 records she got before the war in World War II. Yes, it's Irish music. And I just thought about that because I digitized them for her about 15 years ago. And I still have them. And if I had I do have a record player somewhere.
See, when you said records, I was going to go to, over Thanksgiving, we were looking at in my grandma's basement, and we were impressed by Rumors by Fleetwood Mac, but Old Irish ditties from World War II. My stars.
Absolutely. My mom was a little kid. And all the Irish music, the Irish dance halls in Boston. And I still have those. So I think I'm in the lead now.
I think even though yours is older, I win with Fleetwood Mac.
Why?
Old Irish music. I mean, nothing against the Irish.
You're Irish.
I know. And I would still prefer Fleetwood Mac.
Well, I'm not saying I listen to them. I'm just saying for
You're getting defensive. It sounds like you listen to them.
If I wanted to, I could listen to the digital version since I digitized them for her. But no, those are still around. So yeah, I think I'm in the lead.
Okay, you win. Weird flex, but okay.
What do you have that's old? What's the oldest thing you have that still works as it's supposed to, that still can fulfill its original function? 1-800-283-101.5. The reason I thought about World War II is I know people used to take firearms and souvenirs and keep them. So I'm sure we have a few of them out there. And as far as the electric stuff, though, that's blowing my mind. The vacuum cleaner that still works, and the refrigerator that still works, and the hot plate from 1963 that still works. Those are amazing. 1-800-283-101.5.
Ruby in South Jersey, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi, I know you said it's not a competition, but I can beat that refrigerator by quite a bit.
Oh boy, here we go.
How is yours?
My mother has a Philco Ford refrigerator that my parents bought 2 years before I was born. I will be 67 next month. So this refrigerator was built in 1955, and it still works.
Did they still use it?
I'm sorry?
Do they still use it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, when you say still works, do you mean like it's in the, what Bill said before, it's in the garage as like a beer fridge, or a fully functional, like we're keeping food in there?
It's in the laundry room. It is maybe 5 feet away from the main refrigerator. She's got food in it every day, and the only problem with it is that you have to defrost the freezer periodically because it's not frost-free because of its age.
Good old defrost the freezer. Well, all right, a 65-year-old refrigerator. That's a good one, Ruby. Thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5. So what's the oldest thing you have that still works? 1-800-283-101.5.
It is coming up on 4:37 with Bill Doyle and Kylie Moore. No Jeff Dominski today. He's under the weather. We're talking about old things that you own that are still functional. They still serve their purpose. Because Bill's sister was posting about her, 41-year-old wok?
Yes.
That she's still cooking with?
All the time.
Which is just incredible. So what do you have in your home? 1-800-283-101.5. John and Madwan. Hey, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, John.
Good. I got an old RCA Victrola that you wind up from like 1920.
No kidding.
I still use it, and I got close to about 70, 75, 78 records.
Wow.
When you have to replace the needle, where do you go?
I got a box, probably with about 200 needles in them.
Oh, okay.
So they were already built up from hand-me-down. Yeah, it was a family piece of furniture that just got handed down to me, and I know my daughter wants it once I'm gone. But it still works. I love it, and I'm not going to get rid of it.
You still use it frequently?
They say you should use it. I use it maybe once every 2 months. I'll put it on. They're saying you should use it so the belt doesn't dry out.
What kind of record you talking about?
Stuff from Italy, like Caruso.
Oh, yeah.
A bunch of them. Yeah. Got a bunch of them and a bunch of other people. I have no idea who it is.
All right. John, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5.
Jackie in Hillsborough, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi. I have in our house in the Poconos. It's from the early 1970s. It's a new-tone motor that's inset into the counter, and we have all these appliances that you put on it. So you can make it do a blender, a knife sharpener, a mixer. It's hilarious.
That's crazy.
Still works. It still works. And it's in like a white Formica countertop. It's still there and it still works.
Do you have to have a certain type of appliance to put on it?
Well, it has its own, attachment. So it has the blender attached.
Oh, okay.
And if you can think about the base of a blender, that's basically what everything goes in. But the knife sharpener is amazing. We bring our knives up there to sharpen them.
Sweet.
Wow.
Yeah, very cool.
Do you remember how much you paid for it?
It came with the house,
Okay.
and it was a new built house in the 70s.
And you were going to say something else?
Yeah, no, I also have, a Cuisinart that's from the early from like 1981. And I'm a baker, so I use it all the time.
Quality made stuff. All right, Jackie, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5.
So she mentioned her house in the Poconos. That got me thinking about my grandma's condo in Vermont.
Okay.
And it's nothing electrical, but something that's certainly of its time is the Trivial Pursuit board that we have up there.
Mm-hmm.
That is straight up from the 80s, and like all of the questions are outdated.
Yeah.
It's so hilarious to read the questions now because it's like, who is the only U.S. president to be impeached? And so like, oh, sweetie, we've had several.
We had a set of encyclopedias growing up. And, I was the sixth kid, so they pretty much stopped buying things after the first couple kids.
Mm-hmm.
So the encyclopedias were incredibly old. And it had things like the coronation of Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, wow.
Someday we'll go to the moon.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm serious. It was the worst set of encyclopedias to do homework with ever.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I had Google.
Eric in Ocean Township, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, guys, I have a few things, but the one thing that stands out is it's called a green bean slicer. My father-in-law is from England, and his mother had it. Probably dates back to the 50s at least. And all its purpose is to cut green beans into thin slices. You basically feed one green bean through at a time, and you hand crank it, and it has 3 blades on it, and it just cuts green beans.
Okay, this is way too specific a product. Do you ever use it for something other than green beans?
No, that is it. That's all it's made for. And we only use it twice a year, too, for Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner. That's it.
Bill, have you ever heard of these?
I have not. No, I'm unaware of green bean cutters.
If you Google antique green bean slicer, it'll pop up. It basically attaches to your countertop, and you just slice green beans with it. That's it.
Oh, okay. I Google imaged it.
There's a big demand for that?
Yeah, and then
so
I had one more thing that was interesting from my grandfather, and it still works. It was a Sears hand radial saw back when Sears had their own appliances.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how old it is, but it still works fine, and all the old Sears catalog is on it, too.
Satisfaction guarantee to your money back from Sears.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, Eric, thanks for your call. That's when my dad always shopped at Sears.
Really?
I asked him why you always go to Sears. It's because of the sign over the door. The sign over the door said satisfaction guaranteed to your money back. So if you weren't satisfied with something, you just take it back. And people do that with tools all the time.
Did other marketing schemes work on him?
Well, no, but this is real. I mean, if you could take it back, no questions asked. If it didn't work up to your if it didn't live up to your expectations.
All right. Good for Papa Doyle.
That was really sincere. Billy in Basking Ridge, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
I got an electric hot water heater in my house from 1964, still making hot water.
That's amazing that water heater would last that long.
I don't doubt. My plumber friend says because it's a ream and it's electric, that's why, but I haven't done it. Never changed that thing in the center called the anode rod. It's got a little rust on it, but I told my brother, my father's dead and my parents are dead. I said, until it starts leaking, we ain't spending the money to change it.
Why would you?
No, and it makes so much hot water that I got to wait 5 minutes sometimes for the water to cool down before I can actually get in and take a shower.
Oh my God. Wow. Why are we all buying new things? What are we doing? What a waste.
And I got my dishwashers from 1982, and so was my refrigerator.
Does your dishwasher work?
Yeah, it still washes dishes. Got a little rust on the front, Bill, but who cares?
No, I don't care either. I always have a hard time finding dishwashers that really work. And I don't know why. It's just my lot in life. All right, Billy, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5. Apparently, I just need an older one.
Apparently.
All right.
Gotta go to Billy's house.
We're talking about old things. What's the oldest thing you own that still works? It still does its proper function. 1-800-283-101.5.
451 with Bill and Kylie talking about the old things that you have in your house that still work. They still function, be it we've heard refrigerators, we've heard vacuums, we've heard whatever the hell a green bean slicer is. So
I can't imagine there was ever a big demand for that.
I Googled it. There are like multiple kinds. There's several pictures. It wasn't just one that everyone has. It's multiple options still for sale.
How much do they cost?
Let's see. This one's $30 on eBay. Oh, this one must be a little nicer. It's $50 on eBay, $45 on eBay. All different shapes and sizes. They all have the hand crank. There's still a demand for this?
I bet there are collectors of them.
I'm floored.
Grace in Hillsboro, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, guys, can you hear me okay?
Yes, Grace.
So, my mother was gifted in 1958 when she was married by her aunt a used Holy Betty sewing machine.
A used sewing machine?
A pedal, an actual pedal, and it's in a furniture piece.
Yeah, okay. Grace, we said we could hear you. I lied. Thanks for your call. We're going to let you go. We're having a hard time here. We got a sewing machine, and it was 58, I think, but it was used, right?
Yes.
That's what you got?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Chris in Old Bridge, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Claire in Old Bridge.
Oh, I'm sorry, Claire.
I almost didn't know if I should answer that.
Claire, I got your back.
Hi, this is my first time calling in. It's a really good topic. I'm an antique person, and a lot of younger people don't appreciate some of the things that we've been talking about. My usable item is a set of china that my father sent back from Korea when he was in the war.
Nice.
Wow.
It was kind of, it's beautiful. They're beautiful. It was kind of a pre-engagement gift because my father didn't want to get engaged unless he came back healthy, which he did.
Oh.
The china is in my cabinet, in my dining room. I use it for special occasions, but you can't use it every day because they can't go in the dishwasher. They're hand-painted. Right. So that's one of the most things I've treasured since I was a kid.
That one got me choked up, I'm not going to lie.
It's a nice backstory.
I know. And when my mother passed away, she had them in boxes, and I had to take them out and display them because they're just beautiful. The other thing I have is, this is really not something I use, but they're a pair of vases, however you say it.
Mm-hmm.
They're 18th century Germany. I had an uncle who was a ship's captain. He used to travel all over the world, and he would buy things from my aunts and give them to him from all of his travels. I had this appraised at Christie's. I actually had it appraised, and that's how I found out it was 18th century Germany. Those are not used because they're also hand-painted and they're extremely delicate. But those are the two things I would say that I'm most proud of.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Incredible
right, Claire,
backstories. Oh, my God.
I just thought of something.
Yeah.
My house was built in the 19th century.
And haunted.
It's not haunted. But that would be the oldest thing I own. And it still works as a house. It performs perfectly well.
You just want to one-up all the callers.
No, she had older vases. Or whatever. Those were old. I don't think I one-upped her. I don't. John in Morristown, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi, guys. So I'm 36 years old. When I was a kid, when I was about 12, so they're about 25 years old, I found an old cowbell in my backyard with my metal detector. And it's definitely handmade. It's very crude. So it looks pre-industrial to me, which would put it in the 17 to 1800s.
Nice.
And it still functions. Fine. It's got the little thing that rings in it and everything. And so that was pretty cool. But also I have I don't have it. My uncle has it. He's got a samurai sword that my grandfather came home from World War II with, from a Japanese soldier.
Wow.
Nice.
And and a Nambu pistol too. And those Japanese swords, they're handed down from family to family in Japan, or they were. So that could be God knows how old. I have no idea. It could be hundreds of years old. I don't know.
That's a cool one, too. All I got to say is...
I got to have more cowbell.
I was resisting saying it the whole time.
John, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5.
I'm glad you did it.
Joe in Flemington, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, how's it going?
All right, Joe.
Thanks for taking my call. I sure appreciate it.
Sure.
I have, it was given, I believe, to my parents as a wedding gift, and they were married in 59, a Hoover Constellation vacuum cleaner. It's just an irony. I had to call because I bought a part for it today, from this guy in Somerville. He's got a vacuum cleaners kind of business store. And, it doesn't have any of the original parts to it, or maybe there's some left, but I'm still using it. I keep it in my garage. I vacuum my car out with it. I vacuum the garage with it. And what's really neat about it, it's from the era where like we were going into space. It has no wheels. It has an inverted dish underneath it. And because of the exhaust, it builds up pressure and it floats.
Nice.
Whoa.
Nice. Future is now. Wow. All right, Joe, you get to be the last word on it. Thanks for calling. New Jersey 101.5. Bet Parks Casino and Sportsbook app. New Jersey chime time is 5:10 with Kaminsky and Doyle.
Hey, Doyle, get on that radio.
Big Bill Doyle.
You're more like a game show host.
My name's Jeff.
It's Hefe, man.
The choice of New Jersey alcoholics.
We're just some guys from Jersey.
You get a chance every day to talk about New Jersey.
You wouldn't understand. It's a Jersey thing.
The mighty kingdom of New Jersey.
You're from Jersey.
May I introduce Kylie the K-Dog?
I'm not Jeff Dominski.
No, she's Kylie the K-Dog.
I know you sat through all those clips, but I'm not Jeff.
I'm Jeff.
It's Hefe, man.
No, Jeff's out today. Jeff is under the weather, much as I was last week. And we don't know when he'll be back, hopefully soon. I'm back. In case you hadn't noticed, I was gone for a week. I was in the hospital. But the sepsis is cleared. I'm giving myself infusions at home, and I can come back to work. Yippee!
Woo!
Yay!
Woo!
So I'm glad to be back. Kind of boring not being here.
Well, I'm sure you were listening to us the whole time on the New Jersey 101.5 app, Bill. We kept you entertained, no?
I did. I heard you talking about bad Christmas songs.
Mm-hmm. Dominic the Donkey can go straight to hell.
Kylie, you're my friend.
I am going to isolate that audio.
Now, that's my least favorite, too. But we're going to talk, being the upbeat person that I am, not the downer that you are, we're going to talk about good, uplifting Christmas songs coming up later in the show.
Okay, so I have an hour to prepare myself to get into that mind state. Don't be negative. Don't be negative.
Think good ones. Ones you look forward to hearing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all there is to it.
Done.
All right, but this hour, I saw this article, 20 things that will become obsolete in the future, and some of them kind of already are, but we wanted to talk about that, things you think are going obsolete, and some of these are actually a little surprising. One of them is zoos and aquariums, that they think as...
Animal cruelty?
Yes, as animal rights people gain more power in the realization that these animals are better in their natural habitat, that there will be fewer zoos and aquariums. Of course, there will always be some for breeding purposes, and for safeguarding endangered species and things like that. But according to this anyway, there will be sanctuaries more often than there will be zoos or aquariums.
I'm surprised it took that long after the documentary Blackfish. Thought that would have been a while ago.
Did you watch that?
Yes.
Pretty powerful.
Now I kind of want to watch it again.
Yeah. So that was one thing. And here's another. 1-800-283-101.5, things that are going extinct. Fax machines.
That makes sense.
See, I know you're going to say that.
Okay, then I'll be over here.
3 years ago, I would have agreed with you. Now, who uses a fax machine? Fax machine, nobody uses a fax machine. Then I bought a house, and it turns out to submit some of the documents, you have to use a fax machine. It has something to do with the security of the transmission, but you had to fax it. You couldn't email it. You couldn't do whatever. It had to be via fax.
You couldn't mail it?
You had to fax it.
That's insane.
It is. I was surprised too, but no, that's the way it goes. You have to fax it. Otherwise, it's insecure or non-secure, unsecure. What about keys?
Replaced by fobs, you think? Is that what they're saying?
And other things like touchpads.
Key codes, all sorts of retinal scan, all things that you won't need keys for anymore. I don't know if I love the eye retinal scan, but...
Why? You're afraid somebody's going to poke your eye out so they can steal your stuff?
No, I just thought it was inconvenient if I needed someone else to unlock something, but now I'm afraid of that.
Well, yeah, if there's a vault. Never seen a heist movie?
I've seen spy movies.
And they have to get in the vault with a retina scan?
I've never seen people take out other people's eyes.
Well, that's the way you do it.
That's the way you do it, he says confidently. What are you hiding? What demons do you have?
In the movies I've seen, that's the way you do it.
Uh-huh.
All right. So much for keys. Phone books, those are already gone. I know somebody's going to call me and tell me, no, they're not. They still exist. But I don't know when the last time I saw a physical phone book is. So I don't think it's going to go extinct. I think it is already obsolete.
Mm-hmm. I mean, now you can just Google.
Get this. Glasses.
Because of LASIK or contacts?
Yeah, mainly LASIK and bionic lenses that can be implanted in the eye that are coming.
Man, we're both going to look like old timers if we look like we do right now. We both have glasses
I know,
on.
we both have glasses.
Oh, no, this just aged me.
Well, yeah, but you could get your bionic implant, your bionic lens.
That scares me.
They're replaced by easier solutions for vision correction. LASIK, as it mentions, is more accessible and affordable than ever. It's still ain't cheap. If you're afraid of the laser, contact lenses offer a popular alternative. And if that weren't enough, we may be even seeing bionic lenses implemented that can be implanted into the eye to give humans vision 3 times better than 2020. It'd be like Major Steve Austin.
I understand that reference.
A man barely alive.
Okay. What? Does it say anything on there about car
$6 million man?
Oh, sure. Can we move on? Does it say anything about car chargers in there? How we have them, at least previously and somewhat currently, how they're what were they, cigarette lighters?
Right.
But now we're not really doing that in cars anymore. I feel like they're all just going to go to USB ports.
Oh, sweetie, catch up. Mine doesn't even use a USB port. It has a little tray. You stick your phone in and it charges while you drive.
What if you need to charge something else, sweetie me? Listen up, Gams.
No, I'm just saying. I don't need a USB port in my car. I can just put my phone there. What else am I going to charge? My AirPods? I can put them there.
What? The future is now. I need to get rid of my 2013 car.
I'm telling you. So what do you think is going extinct? What do you think? What do you predict will no longer be around in, let's just say 10 years? 1-800-283-101.5. And some of the things on this list, I think for all intents and purposes, have already gone obsolete. Physical road maps?
Oh, God, no. I've never had one in my car. Any car that I've owned.
Ever?
Ever.
How long have you been driving?
Oh, math. 2009.
Even in 2009, you didn't have a map?
Nope.
You used to go into a gas station, there'd be a whole wall of maps.
Back in my day.
I knew you were going to do that. Maps used to be a big deal.
You made it so easy.
When you're going to go on a cross-country trip, you had to get the maps out, maybe get the atlas out. Yeah. Oh, that was fun.
No, plug it right into your phone.
Yeah. And then came, what was the one where you went online? MapQuest.
Oh, God. I do not miss printing out MapQuest impressions, directions.
Yeah, you'd print out the directions and give you turn by turn. So you'd be looking out at the paper and then looking up how many miles have I gone, looking down, looking up, looking down.
See, I was usually the one in the passenger seat so that my parents wouldn't have to do that. And there's a lot of pressure on the person who has to be like, 0.6, you make a right onto, this road. And then not like GPS is where it's like, all right, 0.5, 0.4, 0.3. It's just like, I don't know, 0.6, you figure it out.
Yeah. MapQuest was useful but brief. Retail video games.
What?
Retail video games. Now just download them.
Oh, that made me feel old. But I miss having the cartridges. Granted, I'm not playing Pokemon Stadium that much anymore, but...
No, my son asked for some video games for Christmas. And I went to get them, and they're all digital downloads.
So what do? Just give him a gift card?
You give him the code.
Wow. Merry Christmas, Jack. Here's a code.
All right, so tell us what you think is going to be obsolete. What things are going to be extinct in 10 years? What aren't you going to see anymore? 1-800-283-101.5, 518. Here's New Jersey Fast. New Jersey 101.5 wants to light up your holidays with $1,000 in cash. Send us a picture of your home's dazzling holiday lights to our app or NJ1015.com. Your entry gets you in to win $1,000. Thanks to our sponsor, Seasonal World, New Jersey's favorite Christmas store and in-ground pool builder. This holiday, light it up. You can win $1,000 from New Jersey 101.5.
Oh, I was thinking of you yesterday.
Oh, that's nice.
On my commute home, one of our favorite holiday decorations is finally up in Jackson.
The rusty pickup truck?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's always a classic.
It's finally up. It's finally lit up.
The rusty pickup truck with the Christmas tree in the bed?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I missed it.
That's a gem.
That's how you know it's officially the Christmas season.
That's how you officially know you're in Jackson.
So if they're listening, send us a picture.
Yes, we enjoy that one. All right, we're talking about things that are going obsolete, things that are going to be extinct soon. 1-800-283-101.5. Sarah in Bridgewater, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hello.
Hi, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
Hi, I think paper prescriptions are going to be extinct. In New Jersey, it's that teal-colored paper that, the doctor gives you when you get a prescription, but now they send it electronically. So it's more efficient for the pharmacies, for you, so you don't have to wait at the pharmacy.
Do you work in the industry?
I'm in pharmacy school right now.
Oh, so you would know.
Yeah, it's already illegal in New York State, so I
Whoa.
think it's going to slowly start spreading all over.
No, that's a good one. I mean, as you may or may not know, I've been in the hospital recently, and I had a number of different prescriptions for things, and I never got a piece of paper for any of them.
Yeah, I think it's just better for everyone. The computer will handle it. The pharmacist can work on it ahead of time before you, while you're already driving there. So I think that's the future.
I agree with you, Sarah. Thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5. That's one that's never been called in before.
Okay.
The paper prescription.
One that you'll have to pry from my cold, dead hands.
What?
Are DVD players on there, on that list? Or DVDs in general?
I haven't gotten to that.
Because I feel like they're already on the way out. I mean, current laptops don't even have the option to, the little port to put them in.
Right.
You know what? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going full boomer on this, but I want to watch my dang DVDs.
Well, yes. Number 9 is physical data storage media.
I hate that.
Blu-ray, DVD, CDs, vinyl records, memory cards. Wow.
There's no guarantee that the movie that I already own is going to be streaming. Just let me watch it.
Well, do you have a DVD player?
I do, and that's why I said you have to pry it from my cold, dead hands.
Well, do you have all the DVDs you want?
I wouldn't say all, but I mean, I have all the movies I enjoyed in 2007.
Well, all I'm saying is, if a new movie came out that you liked, don't you think it would stream? Maybe your old ones wouldn't stream, but you already have the DVDs.
Yes, but what if I want to watch Barbie when I'm traveling? I can't always have my streaming services there, but I can bring the DVDs. My God, do I travel with my little booklet stacked full of DVDs.
Do you really?
I do. There's no streaming in Vermont when we go up there, so I'm stuck with watching the same 17 movies.
Yeah?
Breakfast Club, Back to the Future. Those are my Vermont movies.
You're a Breakfast Club fan? I thought you didn't like 80s movies.
I love 80s movies. Stand By Me?
Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
No, boring. Back to the Future. I've derailed us.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right, we're talking about things that are going to go extinct, things that you don't see anymore. 1-800-283-101.5. Like zoos and aquariums. Well, I'm going to hold off on that one. They're calling for sanctuaries. But things like DVDs, things like phone books, things that we grew up with, that if they're not on their last legs, they will be soon. 1-800-283-101.5.
What about alarm clocks?
Alarm clocks. Show me alarm clocks.
I mean, you've got to think that everyone's just using their phones. I mean, maybe it's privileged to assume everyone has a nice phone, but I think even flip phones have alarm clocks, no?
No. I'm not seeing alarm clocks.
I think they're on the way out.
No, I would agree with you. I would find it hard to believe people don't just use their phone, although they do have landlines on here. That's kind of an obvious one. Do you know anybody who has a landline? Does your grandma have a landline?
She does, unfortunately.
Okay, so there are still people who are hold up.
Your house is old. Do you have a landline?
I do not.
Oh, good. Just ghosts?
I don't have ghosts. Okay, here's one that'll get your attention.
Yes.
Number 10, radio.
Oh, no. Help.
No. The demise of radio has been predicted many times. When Sirius came along, and then XM came along, and then they couldn't both make it, so they became Sirius XM. And
that was after video killed it.
Yeah. And radio has been surprisingly resilient. And I'm not just saying that because I work in it, but it's...
You hear that, advertisers?
No, it's survived many onslaughts. And while it's not growing the way it used to 10 years ago, 15 years ago, it's remarkably steady. I mean, the people who listen to the radio listen to the radio.
And we thank you for it.
And that's my PSA for radio. Wallets. You think wallets are going to go away?
Oh, because everything can be on your phone?
Well, once they do, and they're talking about this, they do it in other states, we can get your car registration and your license on your phone. I mean, credit cards already have the Apple Pay. You can put as many cards in there as you want. And that's where you keep your tickets. And yeah, I could see wallets going away.
What else would you need it for, I guess? Yeah, no need.
Dollar bills?
Like 3 years ago, your COVID vaccination card?
But who uses paper money anymore?
Not me.
Yeah, when you try and buy lottery tickets, you need it, though.
And that's why I don't.
Brandon on 287. You're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Brandon.
So, manual transmission cars.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you have one?
Yeah, I have two right now.
What kind of cars are they?
I have a 2000 Trans Am, and then I have a Subaru Outback. They're both manual.
So are you going to ride those into the ground?
The Trans Am, most likely, yeah. That one. The Subaru I'm selling, but Trans Am is, you got to have that in stick.
And is this a show car or is this a daily driver?
Show car.
Nice.
Drive it, weekend car kind of thing.
T-tops?
Not a daily. Yes.
Of course. Black?
Yep.
There you go.
Are you stalking Brandon? What's going on?
No, I mean, the Trans Am when I was growing up, that was the hot car to have. And never mind. I don't have to explain it to you. Brandon, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5.
I feel like I need to warn him. Brandon, if you see a middle-aged radio host stalking you.
We're talking about things that are going extinct, things you don't see anymore. 1-800-283-101.5.
5:36. It is the Dominski and Doyle show. However, there's no Jeff Dominski today. He is under the weather, so Kylie's in here bothering Bill for the time being. And we're talking about things that are soon to be obsolete, things that will be extinct that you think in 10 years at 1-800-283-101.5.
Donna in Pennsylvania. You're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi, how are you?
All right, Donna.
I would say paper checks are going to be gone soon.
Yeah, you only see them at the grocery store.
Yeah, I work at the bank, and the number of people that come in anymore is very small compared to what it used to be.
So are you sad about that, or are you saying good riddance?
Both, I work less, but I get more time on the phone to play a little.
Are you worried about your job disappearing?
No, I'm retired and I just work a few hours a week anyway. But other people, they do. When the people leave, they don't rehire new people.
That's scary.
It is going.
ATMs.
ATMs.
Yeah. All right, Donna. Thanks for your call. Every Saturday morning, my dad would go down to the grocery store and cash a check, have money for the week.
Aw.
Those days are gone. Linda in Bridgewater. You're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi.
Hi, Linda.
Yeah, I was just probably along the same lines that you won't be getting a paycheck.
Paycheck?
A paycheck?
All right, we're going to go with paycheck. But you're very, very difficult to hear, Linda, so we're going to let you go. Thanks
Linda's phone is soon to be extinct.
Yeah. So paychecks, I can't remember the last time I drew a physical paycheck.
Oh. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank. Easily over 10 years.
Maybe the first week or the first pay period I worked here, because it used to take a while to set up the direct deposit.
Mm-hmm.
So they gave you a check the first time, but even that would be 12 years ago. So, yeah, I haven't had a physical paycheck since.
How's this one for you? What about chalkboards?
Well, they have smart boards now.
Yeah. It's weird for me because I kind of saw the transition where in elementary school I had chalkboards. And then by the time I got to middle school, it was mostly whiteboards. For most of high school, it was whiteboards. And then senior year, maybe 2 classrooms had smart boards. And we were like, the future is now.
Wow, right here, right now.
Exactly.
It's pretty exciting.
And it was the very early iterations of the smart boards where all we could do was watch YouTube. I'm not going to name any teachers' names, but I specifically remember watching Miley Cyrus's Party in the USA multiple times in one class.
No kidding, on the smart board.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's designed for.
Of course.
All right, so what do you think is going obsolete? What don't you see anymore? 1-800-283-101.5. One that always comes up, and I swear people say they still see them. Payphone? Have you ever even used a payphone?
There was a payphone in my middle school. I believe I had to call someone to pick me up after play practice or something. Other than that, I don't think I ever used one walking the streets of New York or to change into my superhero costume.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the big, what would you even call those, enclosed phone booths? You don't see them anymore. I haven't seen those in years, much less just the regular one with the little shell over it,
The only one that I've seen somewhat recently was at a bookstore, and they basically You could tell it was previously a payphone, but they just got rid of the phone, and now it's just like a bench with a door.
Yeah?
Like a weirdly small bench with a door.
A little compartment for you?
If you need, I don't know, time to think.
1-800-283-101.5. What do you think is going to go extinct or become obsolete in your lifetime? And it kind of makes you feel old. Like when you're talking about DVDs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, another one that I like.
Okay,
I'll wait.
Go ahead.
That I'm sticking to my guns on is headphones with a cord. It's going to be a long time before you see me using AirPods.
I have headphones, but they're cordless.
I'm going to lose them.
No, but they're headphones. The earpods won't stay in my ears. I can't wear them.
What?
They fall out.
See, that's okay. So you're on board with me. We're #team no AirPods?
Yes.
Okay.
But for the treadmill, I have a pair of wireless headphones that are over ear.
That doesn't bother you?
No, it sounds great.
They don't fall off? You're running.
Why would they fall off?
Because you're running.
Headphones kind of adhere to your head.
You're moving around.
Anyway, as I was saying, you mentioned DVDs, but I saw the entire life cycle of a DVD. I mean, I grew up with records and cassettes, and those gave way to DVDs, and that was such a big deal. Or CDs, I should say, my mistake. And then movies went from VHS to DVD, and that was a big deal. And everybody had to replace all their movies, all their music, and then they went away too. Now you don't see CDs or DVDs. I mean, I saw their entire life cycle.
Do you still have a VCR in your home?
Not that I know of, no.
Are people hiding media players from you?
No, we have a lot of crap in the basement.
Okay.
No, do you?
Yes.
Do you still watch VHS tapes?
Occasionally.
What do you watch?
I've watched my parents' wedding video. We have some Disney classics and Muppet Treasure Island, even though that's definitely streaming on Disney Plus.
And you watch that one?
Yes.
Still?
Oh, Tim Curry's performance? Are we kidding?
Whatever. Roger and Deal, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi, guys. How are you?
All right, Roger.
I think you're forgetting to mention that cash, paper money, is going to be extinct.
Yes.
I don't use cash anymore. Everything is on a debit card or a credit card, and some places don't even accept cash. They'd rather you pay in a card of some sort.
Even looking farther into the future, credit cards and debit cards will disappear as people use their phones.
Apple Pay, baby.
Apple Pay.
The phone has taken over so much, so many products. You know, I used to sell electronics, and we used to have sections for DVD players and VCRs and watches, the different electronics that were available at the time, boom boxes. And everything is on your phone. I started to think, if I had to open a store today, what would I put in it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's just incredible.
The proliferation of the smartphone and its dominance is just breathtaking. And you figure, 15 years ago, where were they? They weren't anywhere. I mean, Roger, thanks for your call.
Even thinking about 15 years ago, if you were going for let's say, a night out with friends, you would have your digital camera. You would maybe have your iPod if you wanted to listen to music in the car. You would have your cell phone if you needed to call someone. Now, that's all the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's all in one pocket. It's bonkers how fast it happened.
Barry in Keensburg, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Yeah, cigarettes. Cigarettes are eventually going to be gone.
You think? You think you're ever going to get rid of that last 12% who won't give it up?
Yeah, they'll die first.
True.
Yeah, I always feel like as it becomes less and less acceptable, that core group holds on to it more tightly. And I think in New Jersey it's 11 or 12%.
Wow.
The population that smokes.
That's still weirdly high, in my
You
opinion.
think?
Yeah.
We're one of the best states for it. Barry, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5. I will say cigarette machines, those have gone away. You don't even know what I'm talking about, do you?
Vaguely. Like a vending machine of cigarettes?
Yeah, it used to be in a vestibule at a grocery store.
Good Lord.
Between the double doors and the interior doors, it'd be a cigarette machine there. You put in your quarters or whatever and pull the rod out. Pack of Salems would drop down there for you.
If you had to guess, when do you think they went away?
2005.
Really? That late?
Yeah.
Wow.
You don't think so?
Asked and answered. I don't know.
All right, we're talking about things that have gone obsolete, things that you don't see anymore. 1-800-283-101.5. This holiday, bring on the bling. You can win a free pair of diamond stud earrings from Earth Treasures Fine Jewelers. It's the perfect holiday gift and worth over $5,000. Enter to win on our app or NJ1015.com. Thanks to our sponsor, Earth Treasures Fine Jewelers, the area expert for almost 50 years in Eatontown. This year, make it sparkle with holiday bling in New Jersey. 101.5.
5:51. News coming up after 6 o'clock, that is. Bill and I talking about things that are soon to go away, soon to be extinct in maybe, let's say, 10 years. What can you think of? 1-800-283-101.5.
JB in Browns Mills, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey.
Hey.
How's it going?
Okay.
Newspapers.
Like physically, you mean?
Physical newspapers. They're getting smaller and smaller. I remember when I was growing up as a kid, they used to deliver to certain times, and now you go to the stores, they're really smaller, really expensive. They're getting smaller and smaller. I think they're going away.
Yeah, and the Sunday paper used to be so thick with ads. So thick. And now, no. Now, I still read newspapers, but I don't read the physical ones. But I subscribe to some of the New Jersey newspapers for the show. Mm-hmm. And I think they've done a pretty good job of making the transition, personally. I mean, they don't get any of that money, and they don't get any of the circular money that they used to get. So they have to go to a pay-as-you-go. JB, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5. The last newspaper I got, I used to get the New York Times on the weekend, and delivered. And I just got tired of that. So now I don't get any paper newspapers. And I'm like JB, the only time I see them is at the grocery store. They have that little rack, and they're awfully thin. He's right. Newspapers have held on, though. I mean, some have gone under, but they're making a transition to the digital world. But so many people get their news for free. You know, they use Google News or one of the aggregators that aren't paying the authors for their work. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that's right. I don't mind paying for good quality journalism.
I'm again it.
Yeah, well, I am. I don't think that's necessarily a positive development in the news world. So, yeah.
Okay, not quite a physical thing.
Yes.
But cursive? Do you think that could go away in 10 years?
Cursive is definitely going away. Yeah, more schools aren't teaching it. It's not required anymore. So you can teach cursive if you want, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. I know a lot of people decry the death of cursive, but we have keyboards. You can print. I can print faster than I can write cursive. Anyway, my cursive is almost illegible. So I don't shed a tear for the death of cursive.
Yeah, no need, says I.
Gia in Tom's River, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Yeah, I'm going to say movie theaters.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
I just, the last few times I went to the movies, there really was nobody in there. I don't know if more people are just streaming them at home. You could even get the latest movies that are, that are out there. You could even get them online. You could even get them through your cable company. And it's a lot cheaper to stay home and watch a movie than to actually go to the movie theater.
Plus, then you can pause. You can go to the bathroom whenever you want. You don't have to worry about other people bothering you. But I do miss the communal experience.
I do also. I mean, I grew up in the movies.
Yeah, I miss people talking over the dialogue. Hey, Gia, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5.
There is something fun, though, about seeing, like, certain movies. Like, I saw Cocaine Bear in theaters, and there was one moment where, like, it wasn't even that a joke happened. We all just started giggling of just, like, we're all experiencing Cocaine Bear together, and that's beautiful. And that's something I miss. You don't get that streaming from home.
Bob in Long Branch, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, guys. I'm not sure if this is going to go completely out, but I think most of these people are going to be out. I think insurance brokers, like the car insurance brokers that actually work at like AAA and the physical brick-and-mortar locations, I think they're going to be extinct, and what's going to come, and it already has, replaced some of these apps where you can get insurance, or people that just online insurance brokerage firms.
Yeah, I would agree wholeheartedly with that. That's a good call, Bob. Thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5.
Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
It's just progress.
Moving the right direction?
Yeah, well, every time there's progress, some people lose their jobs, but new jobs are created in different fields. So, hopefully it's a net zero that these people are losing their jobs, but other jobs from the app companies will be made. Because you hate to see people lose their jobs, but if other jobs are being created, then it's a wash, you know?
Fair enough. Fair
All right.
enough.
Stay tuned for the news on New Jersey 101. Bet Parks Casino and Sportsbook app, New Jersey. Chime time is 6:10 with Dubinsky and Doyle. I'm Bill Doyle.
And I am Kylie. I kidnapped Jeff Dominski, so he's not here.
I wasn't here for a week, and now Jeff's not here.
You two beefing?
Or what?
Are you two beefing?
Beefing? Oh, as in like having an argument?
Yeah.
No, I was sick, and I had to go to the hospital. And now Jeff is sick and has to stay home. It's just coincidental that way.
Quinky dink.
I don't think we have the same thing. So what I had was not contagious. So what he has, he got on his own.
Victim blaming, really.
Well, wasn't Kyle sick? Dennis and Judy's producing?
Yes.
Are other people around here sick? Jomira.
Is she sick or just working from home?
I thought she was working home she was feeling sick.
I don't know. Okay.
Whatever.
Well, when I'm not here tomorrow, you know why.
Are you in the Christmas spirit yet?
I'm trying to be. You know what helps?
What?
The Christmas decorations. That's not a bad segue. That's just genuinely how I feel on my way home when I see like all the, light up trucks in Jackson.
Yeah.
And there's one neighborhood in Freehold that is gorgeous. I think like all the houses conspire. So it's just like a very extravagant lighting display. That helps me get in the spirit. I'm not really like listening to Christmas music on the way home though. But when I'm jingle bell rocking on the weekends, oh boy, howdy.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I listened to my Christmas playlist for the first time yesterday. Usually I would have unpacked that thing the day after Thanksgiving.
Really?
Yeah.
What, were you busy with something?
Just didn't feel like it. Wasn't in the Christmas spirit. But you're right, Christmas music, that can get you in the Christmas spirit. There's an article on NJ1015.com.
Brilliantly written.
Thank you. And it's about New Jersey's favorite Christmas song. And it's Finance Buzz did Google Trends to find the most popular Christmas song in every state. They also surveyed 1,200 U.S. adults on the most annoying Christmas songs. But I know you and Jeff talked about annoying Christmas songs.
Mm-hmm.
Songs you hate. And again, since I'm a positive person, since I'm an American, not an Americant, I'm going to talk...
Now Jeff and I are unpatriotic. Excuse me?
I'm going to talk about songs people like. People think of the holiday season. They want to hear this song. At 1-800-283-101.5. I know you read the article, but the number one song in New Jersey, according to this.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing
I buy it. This song slaps. You don't give it enough credit.
This is number one in New Jersey, according to Finance Buzz.
Hit the high note. Hit the high note.
You're the one singing along.
No, you're going to cut it.
All I want for Christmas is you.
You don't think this is the best Christmas song?
No.
And I'll do backup for Mariah. It doesn't remind you of Love Actually?
No.
I mean, there's a reason that it's so popular every year.
This, and I mentioned that they also did the most annoying songs. This was number one on the most annoying songs, too.
It's polarizing, and I don't see why.
It is a very polarizing song. I don't know. People just get tired of it. So what's your favorite Christmas song? What's a good Christmas song? 1-800-283-101.5. Is that your favorite Christmas song?
I'm going to say it's tied.
With?
Do you want to guess?
What would you like? You would like Christmas Wrapping by the Waitresses.
That is absolutely what it's tied with.
Yeah?
Bill, my written list. Christmas Wrapping, All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Wow, that makes me pretty smart.
Or, I don't know, we've known each other for years and I talk to you a lot.
You know?
Whether you want it or not.
That has probably come up more than once over the past... How long have we worked together?
Oh, 7-8 years?
Yeah, so it's probably come up more than once.
See, this one's fun because it's a Christmas song where you get to curse. And that was a real plus for me as a kid. It's also just catchy as all get out.
As all get out?
Mm-hmm. No, that's too strong because it is my favorite holiday. But all this year's been a busy. Is this one up there for you?
It's okay. I wouldn't turn it. I wouldn't turn it off.
Would you put it on willingly? No, Bill.
It's okay. I'm not disparaging it.
This one's a bop.
It's a fine song.
So deck those halls. No, stop doing that. I know it was going to come. I just need to catch my breath. Christmas by myself this year. A great horn section. It's got everything.
All right, so what's your favorite Christmas song? What's a good Christmas song? 1-800-283-101.5.
You think you have one that could top either of those? I'd love to hear.
Oh, I have several.
Go on.
And this song can be done by virtually anybody. Any version is great. But I particularly like this version. Doesn't it capture the majesty?
I got sleepy in the last 30 seconds. This is like a warm glass of milk.
This is from Home Alone. The kids singing in the church.
I mean, it's undeniably gorgeous.
It is. It just captures the majesty of the whole thing.
But it's not the best Christmas song.
It's better than Christmas wrapping.
It's better than Christmas wrapping?
Yes.
Them's fighting words,
That's
sir.
better than Christmas wrapping.
Wow.
It's not even close.
We were having such a nice afternoon, Bill, and then you throw that you-know-what at me. I'm sweating.
And it's certainly better than, what's her name, Mariah Carey.
Oh, this is a bad take.
Oh, another one.
Ever the contrarian.
Another one. Same title as Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You, but by Vince Vance and the Valiants. Now this song is awesome.
Sounds like Earth Angel.
It's not. How old are you?
I've seen Back to the Future.
Take back the holly and mistletoe. Silver bells on street.
I looked up the vocalist, and I should give her credit.
I wrote a letter to Santa Claus.
But I don't remember. But she kills this thing.
For just one thing, I don't need sleigh rides.
Yeah, part of me wants to poo-poo it just, out of spite that you think this is better than Mariah, but she is killing it.
Gets better.
Take back the tinsel, stockings and bows, 'cause all I want for Christmas is you. I don't need expensive things. They don't matter.
Better than Waitresses.
No. She doesn't even say damn. That's the fun part of Christmas wrapping. You get to cuss.
All right, what's a good Christmas song? Not a bad Christmas song, good Christmas song. 1-800-283-101.5, 618. Here's Fast Drum.
Every holiday season, New Jersey 101.5 collects teddy bears with the New Jersey State PBA. We call them Feel Better Bears. Your gift of a new teddy bear can help kids feel better during emergencies when the police give them a bear to hug. To find your closest Feel Better Bear drop-off location or to buy a bear online, visit our app or NJ1015.com. Thanks to our sponsors, All-American Auto Group, Rob Dukansky of RE/MAX First Advantage, and Trinity Rehab. This holiday, give a child a Feel Better Bear. And thanks from New Jersey 101.5.
624 with Dominski and Doyle. No Jeff Dominski today. He is sick. Kylie Moore, our producer, is filling in for him. I'm Bill Doyle. I'm back from being sick.
Yay.
And part of the gang's all here. So we're talking about best Christmas songs. There's a post on NJ1015.com. A survey says that the favorite Christmas song of New Jersey is Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You. Conversely, it was also the most annoying song in America. They didn't break down the annoying songs by state, just nationally, but that was the most annoying song countrywide. So what's a great Christmas song? 1-800-283-101.5.
Matt in Ocean County, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, so admittedly, I'm not a big Christmas song guy, but I can't act like I haven't been on a late night Elton John music video binge and haven't looked up Step Into Christmas by Elton John. Love it.
You were talking to someone all too familiar with the late night YouTube binges.
There it is.
Step Into Christmas.
So for you, is it not the Christmas season until you hear this?
I feel like I don't hear it enough. I feel like it's underrated.
I would agree with you.
I mean, it's got a good melody. It's a good song. If it didn't have the word Christmas in it, you wouldn't even know it's a Christmas song.
Do you play this on the weekends?
I don't think so. But now that I say that, like this Saturday, I will. But I feel it's almost good, Matt, that it flies under the radar because people can't get sick of it like they do All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Yeah. Yeah, the Mariah Carey song has actually gotten so annoying. There's actually a game. There's actually an AI game where an AI chases you, and it's just a picture of Mariah Carey.
Oh, no kidding.
All right, Matt. Thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5.
He's right. If you were listening with half an ear, you would never know this was a Christmas song.
They don't have any jingle bells or anything.
No, it just sounds like any other. It sounds like Crocodile Rock.
Richie in Tom's River. You're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay.
All right. My favorite song is Dominic the Christmas Donkey.
No.
Oh, really?
No. I mean, okay.
Is that a bad one?
Richie, you are entitled to your opinion. Bill and I just don't share it. Are you Italian? Is that why?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's Dominic the Donkey.
Just gets you motivated.
To turn the radio down unless you're playing it on 101.5.
All right, that's enough. All right, Richie, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5. My feelings on Dominic have been well documented. I don't like it.
Again, straight to hell. I'm happy others are happy. I don't know if it's because I don't have an ounce of Italian in me, but every time it comes on, I get an eye twitch. Stop making the donkey noises.
Yeah, that's the part, isn't it? Jeff in Point Pleasant. You're on New Jersey 101.5.
How you doing, guys?
All right, Jeff.
So, my favorite song, or one of my favorite songs during Christmas is Christmas Shoes.
Because you like to make other people sad?
Is that the one where the mom dies?
Yes.
Yeah, it's really hard. It's tough to listen to, but I think it brings out what Christmas really is all about, right?
Dead moms?
Well, think about it. The kid, what does the kid want? He wants shoes for his mother, right?
When she meets Jesus.
So I get it, and every time I hear it, I cry.
Aw.
But it's just, it makes you think about people that aren't there, right? And kind of, I don't know.
That's a sweet way of looking at it. If there had to be one silver lining about Christmas shoes, it's that.
All right, Jeff, thanks for your call. Now, we had a previous boss who disliked that song so greatly, he removed it from our library.
Wow.
So I can't play a clip of Christmas Shoes.
I can do it.
Because
Sir, I want to buy these shoes for my mama, please. Take it.
I don't know the song.
At all? You've heard it, though, right?
I've heard it once or twice.
Once or twice? Wow.
Yeah. All right, so we're talking about good Christmas songs at 1-800-283-101.5.
John in Manchester, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Yeah, I like Metallica, Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Carol of the Bells.
Yeah, the excuse me, the Christmas Canon, and what's the other one? Trans-Siberian Orchestra is awesome. I saw them in concert once, and it was amazing, absolutely amazing.
Oh, and one other thing though, as of late with the rotating cast of crew, it should be named Kylie and Friends now.
Because I'm the only stable part of this.
Sentence that has never been uttered before. All right, John, thanks for your call.
Your lips to our boss's ears, John.
Yeah. All right. Other good songs. Now, you won't know this song, and most people won't, but every year I play a snippet of it, and people ask me who it is. Just listen to this.
There was a new star shining in the sky up above.
Well, before people call Rob asking who this is, who is this?
It's James Taylor and a guy named Ricky Skaggs.
Peace and perfect
that new star is shining for us still.
Isn't that beautiful?
I'm a sucker for a good harmony. Yeah, that one got me. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good song.
You win.
All right, we're talking about good Christmas songs, not the ones you hate, not the ones you're sick of, the ones you look forward to, the ones you sing along with. 1-800-283-101.5. 6:36 with Dominski and Doyle, but as you just heard, Jeff's not here. That's Kylie Moore filling in for him ably.
Hey now.
And we're... What was that?
Stop doing your tracks. That's the guy from Larry Sanders.
I know who it is, Hank Kingsley.
Yeah.
I just didn't know why you threw in a hey now.
Because you were talking about me. So I said, hey now.
Okay, we're talking about Christmas songs. What are the good ones? Not the ones you hate, not the ones you're sick of, not the ones that make you turn the radio off. The ones that bring a smile to your face. 1-800-283-101.5.
Jay in Edison, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Yeah, hey, Bill, Kylie. Nice to talk to you and stuff. How you guys doing today?
All right, Jay.
Good. Happy holidays.
Good. Same to you guys. Hey, Bill, I got to be on your camp with this one. A holy night. Take it easy, Kylie, okay? All right? Hey, Madonna, lighten up, okay?
I'm sitting back. Back. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're going back a little bit, all right? Oh, holy night. That one will bring you to your knees.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's for sure. And then my second one, being as you guys asked, what brings a smile or a tear to your eyes, I remember the old man. He backed up Patton's Third Army and stuff. He was in an armored unit. He was in a tank destroyer. And I remember as a kid, he wasn't the warmest of men, but I remember on the holidays, he'd sit there and he'd hear I'll Be Home for Christmas, you know, after they secured the area and stuff. And this was weeks after Christmas. And he would sit there in a chair and have his little sip and look at the tree and stuff, you know, when I'd come. I guess I had to be 5 or 6, you know. And he'd give, like I said, he wasn't the warmest of men because he saw stuff that nobody should see. And he would give me a hug, you know. And I remember that one, you know. So, all right.
Do you remember specifically what version it was?
No, you know something? It might have been Bing Crosby, and I never liked Bing Crosby and stuff.
That's why I'm playing the Frank Sinatra version.
Nah, not Frank either, because, you know, he didn't like, you know, so no. It might have been Bing Crosby, you know, but I never liked Crosby. I always thought he was overrated, you know, so.
Oh. All right, Jay.
That's a sweet story, though.
It is. Dad sitting there in the midst of time, having a drink.
I mean, a haunting story, but gorgeous, like beautiful, nonetheless. Sandy in Browns Mills, you're on New Jersey 101.5. What do you think is one of the best Christmas songs?
Hello, Bill and Kylie. The best Christmas song that I really love is Mary Did You Know by Pentatonic.
You know, we don't have that.
Pentatonics really has a chokehold on Christmas in the last, decade.
I love them. I don't know if you've ever appreciated them, but I was actually talking to Rob, I guess is the one who answered my call. And he was asking if I ever saw them live. But I never saw them live, but I've seen their videos. And I'm telling you, well, I'm a Christian woman, so this is my worship time. When I listen to these songs, you know, I turn up the surround sound and I just let it go and I sing my heart out. And I don't want anybody to hear me singing because I can't sing for nothing. But
Sandy, can I flex? I have seen Pentatonics live, and I think you should. I think you should treat yourself. They are great.
Oh, I love them. Okay, where did you see them?
See, this isn't going to be helpful. They played at my college, so I saw them at TC&J. But if you ever get a chance to see them, they put on a great performance.
Phenomenal. I see their videos. I can bet. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to find out where they're playing, and I'm going to say, from my husband asked me what I want for Christmas, that's what I want. I want to go see Pentatonic.
Do it. Date night, baby.
Hey, yeah.
All right. Sandy, good luck with that. Thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5.
Not a Pentatonics fan?
Totally unfamiliar.
Oh, they do the harmonies.
Yeah, I know they do the harmony, and that's about all I know about them.
That's all you really need to know.
Yeah, but are they good? Did you enjoy them?
I did. They were great.
Did they sing Mary Did You Know?
They did not. It was not Christmas time, so they sang, I don't know, various other stuff. Probably Hallelujah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Jenny in Washington, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Kylie.
Hey.
How are you? Happy holidays.
Same to you.
Same to you.
Thank you. I
I love Mariah Carey's song, I do, but my favorite all-time Christmas song is Rob Thomas, A New York Christmas.
Do we have that one?
Do we have that?
I don't think you do, because it doesn't get enough airplay. I constantly am waiting to hear it on the radio, but it is my favorite.
Dare I ask you to sing a few bars? I'm unfamiliar with it, I think.
No, I'm not going to sing it, but you have to listen to it.
Fine. I'll YouTube it later.
I love him from Matchbox 20, but when he made this song, I can listen to it at Christmas and when it's not Christmas. It's just a beautiful song.
All right. I have written it down so I can look it up during the break.
All right. Great. Thank you.
All right.
Have a nice night, Jenny.
Yeah, we don't have it.
Wah, wah.
Sorry about that. So what's a great Christmas song? 1-800-283-101.5.
Paul in Deptford. You're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, good evening, guys.
Hey, Paul.
Dean Martin's It's a Marshmallow World.
It's a marshmallow world in the winter when the snow comes to cover the ground.
I think I like the music of this one better than the lyrics.
Why?
I think the music undeniably catchy, very, Christmas spirity. Maybe it's just I don't like marshmallows. I don't know.
It's all white and snowy.
It might be as basic as I don't like marshmallows.
Yeah. All right, Paul. Thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5. Even if Kylie did poo-poo your choice.
I said the music was nice. The music's very catchy, very Christmassy.
Do you like this one?
I don't mind this one.
All right, you chipmunks.
Yeah?
Ready to sing your song?
I'll say we are. Yeah, let's sing it now.
Okay, Simon?
I think there's a threshold for this song. Like, I think after the third time I heard it, I'd be like, skip it!
Alvin.
But the hula hoop part's very fun.
Sing it, Kylie.
Don't turn it off. Me, I want a hula hoop. Nailed it. Knew you were going to do it, but I nailed it.
Yeah, that was the second most annoying song nationally.
Really?
Yeah.
But you like that one?
I do.
Would you like it as much if it weren't the Chipmunks?
Well, it wouldn't be the song if it weren't the Chipmunks.
It would still be the song. It just wouldn't be the Chipmunks. What are you talking about? Like if someone covered it.
With a non-Chipmunk voice?
Yeah.
No.
So you just like Chipmunks. You don't like the song.
I like the Chipmunk song. No, I like both of them together. It's a good marriage. It is, between monk and song.
If you told me this morning you're going to hear Bill Doyle say a good marriage between monk and song, I would slap you in the face and call you a liar.
Okay, here's the third most annoying one, but I like this one too.
Oh, mm-mm.
No? Pass?
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's the most annoying. It's just certainly not one of my favorites.
Feliz Navidad.
There's only like 2 lines.
Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad.
All right, I like that one. All right, so what's your favorite Christmas song? What's a good Christmas song? 1-800-283-101.5.
It is 6:51 with Bill Doyle and Kylie Moore. Eric Potts coming up after the 7 o'clock news. In the meantime, we're talking about the best Christmas songs. We're getting in the holiday spirit. Which one does that for you? It's not Christmas until you hear what? 1-800-283-101.5. Say this in what I will try to make the nicest way possible. Your choices are all Boros Noros. I mean, I'm glad this puts you in the holiday spirit. I'm happy. My friend is happy.
Are you familiar with this piece?
I've heard it. Yeah.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra?
Uh-huh.
This builds, baby. This rocks. We're not going to listen to all of it, but
just
yeah.
the boring part? I like Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Well, then you should like this one. This is the Christmas canon.
The parts that slap.
This...
It's just a yawn.
All right, we're not going to get to the good part. We got to get out of here sooner or later. Sharon in East Brunswick, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi, guys. How are you?
All right, Sharon.
Speaking of Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Kylie, you might like this one better.
She hates them.
No, I do not.
No, you'd like this song. You probably don't have it, but it's a phenomenal song. It gives me goosebumps and a tear to my eye every time I hear it. It's called Old City Bar. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of it, but it's an amazing song. I recommend you look it up and take a listen.
Kylie likes bars.
I'll look it up.
Is it about a bar?
It's a great song. It takes place on Christmas Eve. These guys in a bar, they have nowhere to go. And a boy approaches and says there's somebody outside that can't get home for Christmas. And it's just what occurs and what happens with these, with the bartender and what he does. It's so heartwarming, and it's a great song.
Oh, Sharon, I can hear you getting choked up. I can hear how much you love it.
It has a really raspy voice, and it's a great song. It really is.
There you go. Sharon, thanks for calling New Jersey 101.5.
Old City Bar, writing that one down too.
Pete from Woodbridge, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi, guys. How are you? I have two favorites because one's a cover and one's an original.
Okay.
The original one, they wrote themselves. It doesn't get much airplay. I doubt you even have it. But Blues Traveler does a song called Christmas. It's very good.
Do we have
I don't know
it?
if you ever heard it.
I'm looking.
Oh, yeah. Okay, and the other one, it's just a traditional cover, but I love his voice. Bob Seger's version of Little Drummer Boy.
Yeah, he does. That I was going to say that's the definitive version, but then again, the David Bowie, Bing Crosby mashup.
Yeah.
Is awesome too.
I like Bob Seger's voice.
Yeah, so do I. He's got that rough, around the edges sound. Pete, thanks for your call. You a Bob Seger fan?
I like that old time rock and roll.
Yeah, good enough.
Vanessa in Old Bridge, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
All right, Vanessa.
Well, I wanted to call and let you know about a song. I doubt you even know it, but it was by Louis Armstrong from the 50s, and it was called Is That You, Santa Claus?
And that's one of your favorites? Yeah, you're correct. I'm unfamiliar with this one.
Oh, my God. Well, it's not boring. Let's put it. It's jazzy. It makes you, makes you happy. It's a happy Christmas song.
Oh, so Bill would hate it.
Yeah, maybe, you got to give it a listen. It's really good. And there's another one by Bare Naked Ladies.
Okay.
That one's a little sappier. It's got Rusty Merry Gentlemen by the Bare Naked Ladies. It's amazing.
I'm a fan of BNL.
Guess what we have?
BNL. Yes, Ben.
God rest you, merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay.
Vanessa, thanks for your call.
Remember Christ our Savior was born upon this day to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray.
Thanks, Kylie. Thanks for hanging out.
Happy to be here, Bill. Happy you're back. Glad you're feeling better.
Let BNL take us out.
What tidings of comfort and joy from God our Heavenly Father, this blessed angel came and unto...
Hey guys, time to get in on the action for the biggest moments in basketball with Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projections, place your entry, and win up to 100 times your money. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit of up to $100. Just download the Prize Picks app and use the code GET100. That's code GET100 on Prize Picks for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more. Pick less. It's that easy.
This has been the Dominski and Doyle Show on demand. Thanks to our sponsor, New Look Home Design, home improvement made easy. Check out the latest from D&D on our app or NJ1015.com. Thanks to our sponsor, The Men with Tools, worry-proof window and door replacement, real lifetime warranties. Visit themenwithtools.com.
New Jersey 101.5.